you all just coming out with all sorts today. Spectators. Hello, welcome to the Football Social with Sky Bet live on a midweek evening for the. Very excited studio. I have a feeling Dave Jackson might mention Sunday's game sooner or later.
Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see.
On the show, we've got 6 games to bring you. Our feature game is, of course, Man United versus Arsenal at Old Trafford. First up, to my right, Cheeky Sport Dave.
Come on! Back like I never left.
You had some brilliant analogies last time. You compared Man United's form to marinating a chicken.
Absolutely.
Have you got any more for us this week?
Yeah, listen, don't you worry. Something special's coming up today. Don't worry, I got them locked up and ready.
Locked up and ready. Next to you, very happy Arsenal fan,
Hello,
Dave.
Adam Smith.
Dave, thoughts on how Arsenal at the minute?
Oh, we are playing extremely well, aren't we, Adam Smith? You know, especially on Sunday, we played really well, didn't we? You know, and we want to take that form in today's game. We're up at Old Trafford. But I'm also a bit nervous because if a team knows how to mess up a massive opportunity, it's definitely Arsenal.
It is Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah,
and Dave's got confidence, though.
Hey, mate, listen, this is what we do. We just mess up Arsenal's records,
This
isn't
is
it?
what
we do.
So that is our feature game. Our second game is Wolves against Chelsea. So we've brought in tubes, everyone.
Yes. Hey.
Score prediction for this one, mate?
3-1 Chelsea.
Look at that shirt.
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, what era is that shirt?
92, I think, 92, 93.
Wow.
Beautiful, isn't it?
A bit of lace.
I mean, I'd tie that if I was you.
Straight in.
The Football Social's been missing a bit of lace.
Yeah. Next to Tubes is Pete Dorman on Social Media Corner. Pete, just remind the viewers how they can get in touch with the show and what you want from them.
I mean, well, we just cheers for that. We want your questions, so we want you guys to be as involved as possible. So tweet us your questions at Football Daily or at SoccerAM with the hashtag #TheFootballSocial, or just drop them in the comments below.
Yeah, get your questions in. So much to ask, so much to talk about. So get your questions in right now. And finally, we have got Chris Hamill multitasking in the answer.
Hello.
Chris, 4 games. Remind us what ones you're watching.
Football Social Swiss Army knife. Yeah, we've got Burnley versus Liverpool, Everton versus Newcastle, Fulham versus Leicester, and Tottenham versus Southampton.
Come on, you Spurs.
Liverpool, a lot of chat about them. Changed their front 3, effectively playing a B-side. Which is it strange? Burnley comfortably the worst team in the Premier League this campaign. So, luck is catching up with Sean Dyche's men.
OK.
Back to you, Smith.
Thank you, Chris. Lots of big games. Here are last night's results. There were some Premier League matches last night. Here's what happened. Bournemouth beat Huddersfield 2-1. Callum Wilson after 5 minutes. Ryan Fraser after 22. Terence Congolo got a consolation for Huddersfield, but Bournemouth take all 3 points. Brighton beat Crystal Palace 3-1 despite the fact they were down to 10 men. Glenn Murray opened the scoring from the penalty spot for Logan, and then Florian Andone in the 49th minute. And Milivojevic got a penalty for Crystal Palace. So Brighton win that one 3-1. Watford lost 2-1 at home to Man City. Decore scored, Leroy Sané and Riyad Mahrez for Man City. And West Ham 3, Cardiff 1. Lucas Perez with 2, Mikel Antonio with 1. Josh Murphy scored in the 95th minute. Joe Rules missing a penalty, which would have given Cardiff the lead.
Joe Rules.
Yeah, big miss for Joe Rules. This is what it meant for the Premier League table. Fulham stay bottom, 8 points from 14 games. The goal difference of -21. Burnley and Southampton make up the bottom 3. Cardiff up into 16th. This is the top of the table. Man City, as we seem to say on every single Football Social, top of the league, 41 points from 15 played, plus 38 goal difference, which is incredible at this stage of the season. Liverpool second, Chelsea third, Arsenal fourth, Spurs fifth. Man United, Dave, down in 8th. 22 points.
Lol.
From 14 games.
Listen, what are we lolling about? Listen, we're not,
Chris just said lol.
We're not even halfway through the season yet. Don't worry about that. The cream always rises to the top.
OK, the cream always rises to the top. It is the Football Social Accumulator is back, everyone.
Hey!
Dave Jackson loves it. This is what we've gone for. Chris Hammond's gone for an away win. Liverpool to beat Burnley. Very confident with that result. Dave, you've gone for Everton to beat Newcastle. Peter's gone for Fulham to beat Leicester. Cheeky Sport Dave has gone for Man United to beat Arsenal. You always go for Man United, as we've heard from previous socials.
Mate, all day, every day.
All day, every day. OK, I've gone for Spurs to beat Southampton, and Tubes, of course, has gone for his beloved Chelsea to beat Wolves. We've put them all into an accumulator. You can get odds of 33 to 1 if all 6 of those results come in. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. For more information, go to skybet.com. Right.
That's worth a couple of quid, that.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Which result are you most worried about there?
Fulham won.
Fulham won?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave Jackson, Cheeky Sport Dave's gone for a Man United win.
Yeah, I should think so. He's playing at home. You know, he's also a Man United fan. So.
Yeah. I don't think Arsenal have beat United at Old Trafford in the league game since 2006.
Yeah.
Great start.
Listen, records are made to be broken, though. You know what I'm saying? Well, they're not. They weren't made to be broken. You know what I mean?
You contradicted your own point
records get broken, just to be honest. So it's one of them ones where don't really mean much. However, Man United are winning today.
OK, when there's really opportune moments for Arsenal to beat Chelsea United, they don't take it, do they?
Yeah.
Remember when LVG beat Arsenal with what can only be described as an absolutely disgraceful Manchester United line?
No, but if you look at the one, was that the 8-2? No, that was Fergie. 8-2, that lineup was disgraceful. Yeah, 8-2.
So good point, 8-2. Yeah, very good
it
point.
wasn't the best day.
We're going to start talking about Man United, Dave. This is quite interesting. This is what Jose Mourinho had to say in his pre-match press conference. Have a listen.
All the teams, they got better. They got better. All the teams, they got better. Spurs was the team that didn't make a direct investment, but the best investment is to keep the top players that you have. So every team got better, and we didn't. So I was expecting difficulties for this season, but my target is still the top 4, and we have to fight until the end to try to finish in the top 4.
Dave, as a Man United fan, what do you make of those comments?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, to some extent, he's right to some degree. We didn't invest. We didn't invest money. We didn't invest well coming into this season. He did make it obvious that last season was, in his words, a miracle, finishing second. And I don't know. The funny thing is, sometimes you could be right, but sometimes you could be right and you're making yourself right. So I feel like he is fulfilling his own prophecy. Yeah, so he's doing a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't think it was 100% a miracle last season for us to finish second, but I think because he's so convinced within himself that it's coming to light. It's starting to look like it.
How as a United manager can he come out and say that?
Say
that it was a miracle to finish second, or we'll be lucky to finish 4th? He's just taking out his own team.
Yeah, well, yeah. But at the same time, I think he's trying to pull some, take the pressure off him and put the pressure on the board, who should be, giving him some cash. This is what I'm saying, to spend. But he's under pressure.
Choose. I want to get your thoughts. Interestingly, Wolves is the 7:45 kickoff, so Wolves-Chelsea has started before there's a goal in this game. Choose. I know you're glued to it. What do you make of Mourinho? Because I know Mourinho under Chelsea, it was a completely different. As a Chelsea fan,
it's a completely different man.
Yeah. What do you make of it? Looking at Mourinho at United.
To me, he just seems that he doesn't really want to be there at the moment. He's not happy with the board, and to come out and say we haven't got better, why have they not got better? And also, he signed those players.
Yeah. He signed Sanchez, of course.
The ones he's saying aren't good enough. I love the man. Do you know what I mean? And at Chelsea, it was a laugh. He looks like he's not enjoying football at the moment. That's what I think. That's what it looks like. But what a lot of Chelsea players say, like Joe Cole, for instance, goes he digs you out. Some players react to it. Some players can't take it.
So you think some players it's a positive because it makes them perform better as players?
Exactly, but some players at Man United clearly have not taken it.
Surely as a manager, you should be able to read which players can take it and which can't. I mean, that's the whole point of man management.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. So, if you're just going to ostracise half the team, you're not going to finish very high.
No, but at Chelsea it worked.
Yeah, I mean, he got the best out of Hazard.
Yeah, he got all the players playing.
Right, we can have a look at the team news.
Especially
The team news is in from our feature games. So first up, this is the Man United side. Jose Mourinho makes 7 changes from the side that drew 2-2 at Southampton on Saturday. David De Gea, Nemanja Matic, Ander Herrera and Marcus Rashford keep their places in the starting 11. Paul Pogba and Romelu Lukaku both drop to the bench, while Smalling, Bailly and Rojo make up a completely different back three to Saturday. Dalot makes his first Premier League start in place from the North London derby win. In place of the suspended Ashley Young. So, a lot of changes, Dave, from that team.
Absolutely.
Against Arsenal, is he doing the right thing here? A lot of those change force. What do you make of that lineup?
Well, there's quite a lot of injuries. You see what I'm saying? There's quite a lot of injuries, especially defensively. So, some of these changes were absolutely forced. It's good to see everybody back in the side. He was out in the wilderness for quite a long while. A lot of Man United fans were like, what's going on here?
You like Bailly, don't you?
Listen, I love him. I love him. I absolutely love everybody. But so it's great to see him back in. Rojo's just been stealing a living for the past, I don't know how many 2 years or something. Yeah,
you give him a new contract.
He ain't been playing.
Well, he's made about 10 appearances in 4 years.
You see what I'm saying? Like, honestly, he's spent more time injured than he's been fit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a hot mess. I think he should have been moved on during the summer, to be honest with you.
Do you?
Oh, 100%. I think that's what Man United's problem is at the moment. They're just not moving players on.
Yeah. OK, Dave, looking at it from an opponent's point of view, Arsenal fan, where are the dangers? What are you worried about there?
I feel we're our own worst nightmares sometimes. Where, if we're on top, we don't get the goal, and then, we're always going to be susceptible. Our defence is not as solid as it kind of should be.
Yeah.
So, if we are to not at least get a positive result, I'm not saying we're going to win, it'll be down to us making mistakes rather than United playing really well.
Oh, interesting.
Tell you what, that front three is lively, though.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Martial, Rashford. Let's have a look at Arsenal's team. Arsenal unbeaten in 19 games, of course. Named 2 changes from the North London derby on Sunday. Granit Xhaka is suspended, so Guendouzi starts in midfield. Aaron Ramsey, who came off the bench to make 2 assists against Spurs, starts in place of Henrik Mkhitaryan. Dave Jackson, thoughts on the Arsenal team?
Thoughts? I'm very happy to see Aaron Ramsey back in the team, because I thought he was the one. He was a player who made a massive difference on Sunday.
Yeah.
I feel like we actually had a proper number 10 playing, so he could sit in the hole and then.
Is there any chance he'll stay?
I feel like, as an individual, he seems happy at Arsenal.
Yeah.
I feel like he probably feels like he's a little bit mugged off, where Ozil was going to got that massive contract, and rightly so, Ramsey, in his head or whatever you want to call it, he feels he should be earning the same kind of money. Because if you kind of look at both players' stats, I'm not a stats person, maybe Chris Hamill might help me out here. Then they're kind of on about the same kind of level in terms of actually being able to deliver. So in his head, he's thinking, I should be on the same money as that, whereas Arsenal were refusing to give him that.
He's not going to stay.
I mean, there's no way he can afford, because he's not going to play 38 games a season.
I think there's
a rotation.
I think there's an element of that. And today I'm very excited, because he's actually our club captain today. Even though he's not our club captain, he is our captain today. So I think it's a really, really big, important game for him today to actually.
I think you've got to try and keep him.
I think so as well.
I think it's great player.
Quality on.
I mean, he completely changed that game as well at the weekend.
Dave, other cheeky sport, Dave?
Yeah, listen.
Where are you worried?
Listen, there's fears all over that bad boy. Obviously,
Torreira's another player we've spoken about. Fantastic on Sunday.
Absolutely fantastic.
And a player that Arsenal have needed for so long, that player in that position.
Without a shadow of a doubt. And then obviously Aubameyang's just been on fire as well. So there's a lot of dangers in that side for Manchester United. Obviously Hector Bellerin getting forward, and like you mentioned, Rambo. Listen, and Rambo's out here just auditioning for his next club, innit? So he's on full on audition mode right now. You know what I'm saying? So listen, he's putting in performances, stellar performances while he's playing. So. Yeah.
Interestingly, Man United have made a total of 46 changes to their starting 11 in the Premier League so far this season, including 7 changes tonight, more than any other team in the competition. Is that partly where it's going on? Mourinho, for me, looking at it from the outside, doesn't seem to know his best 11. United are constantly changing.
He doesn't.
That team.
Injuries as well. He doesn't.
He's not helped by injuries, but if you look at a lot of the best teams, Liverpool's front three is the same. Spurs is
with
the bulk of the team.
With most teams, if everyone's fit, you know who's going to play.
Yeah.
But with Manchester United, it's all up in the air. It's practically all up in the air. Mourinho's he works game to game, so he manages on a game by game basis, and because of that. Sometimes we'll draft in Fellaini, we'll draft in Herrera, we'll play. So it's all a mess.
I think you have to do that, though, because players like your big players like Pogba, they've been so inconsistent this season.
Yeah.
So you can't depend on them. I mean, you're looking to depend on them, but you can't, because there's one game they'll absolutely bang, and then the next game there'll be an absolute spare part.
I don't think Pogba's form has been dependent on him as an individual. It's system. It's endemic of the system that Jose Mourinho is playing. I mean, take a look at the last game against Southampton. Outshot by Southampton. I think finishing with 6 on targets to United's 5. Outshot by a team who are struggling
couldn't buy a goal at the moment.
A team managed by Mark Hughes at that point.
They play a Mark Hughes brand of football.
A team that Mark Hughes ended up getting sacked from.
That's not beating Man United. He got a draw.
That shows the state of affairs.
Says more about Man United than Southampton, doesn't it? Pete, let's go to you. Just remind the viewers how they can get in touch again. Have we had any comments about a feature game?
The comments are popping off. It's very easy for you guys at home to get involved. Just drop the comments below or tweet us at Football Daily or at SoccerAM with the hashtag #TheFootballSocial. And there are a lot of comments about United's team and how perhaps weak it is. And Seamus Aldridge has asked, is United's midfield good enough to deal with Arsenal's midfield?
Ooh. Dave Jackson, let's go to you.
I'm feeling very confident. And I'm always confident when Arsenal play, but when they've gone head to head with United, there's always a bit of doubt in the back of your mind. Whereas today I'm feeling like
because of the history between the two.
Because it is Manchester United. They are Man United. I don't want to say too much on camera.
They'll be on the Twitter. And thrown back out at the end.
Instantly, Wolves Chelsea has started. Tubes, how's that game going? Chelsea seems to be on top.
Looking slick. Chelsea looking passing it quick. Look good. Really good. And I'm buzzing. Loftus-Cheek started.
Yeah, let's give you some teams. Firstly, with the Wolves, 18-year-old midfielder Morgan Gibbs-White starts the Premier League match for the first time, as he is one of 3 Wolves changes from the side that lost 2-1 to Cardiff on Friday. Recalls for Ryan Bennett, Diego Jota, Helder Costa and Adama Traore dropped to the bench, while Ruben Neves is, of course, suspended. Richo Sarri makes changes to the Chelsea side that started the 2-0 win over Fulham on Sunday, with Cesc Fabregas, Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Christensen all starting in the Premier League for the first time this season. Elsewhere, Morata starts in place of Giroud up front, while Pedro scored in that win at the weekend, drops to the bench with Willian starting. You're very happy, Tubes, that Loftus-Cheek starting, aren't you?
Yeah, I love him. And I think if we don't give him a chance, he's off. And we'll regret it massively.
What about Hudson-Odoi? You in the same scenario with him now?
Brilliant.
He looks like he's ready for the first team. After starring in the Europa League.
I think he played well, didn't he? But I don't think he's at the level of Loftus-Cheek. Whereas he's proper knocking on the door.
Soon will be.
I think Loftus-Cheek is ready to go now.
Yeah.
100%.
Loftus-Cheek, for me, he came on at the weekend and was fantastic. Great finish.
Yeah.
I think he scored a hat-trick in the Europa League. You've got to give him a chance.
But there's also a lot of pressure on him now, because if he doesn't perform, there's no way he can stay in the team.
That's true, but I think that's what every Chelsea player, apart from Eden Hazard.
Who would you rotate out for Loftus-Cheek then at the moment in that midfield 3?
Well, it's normally Jorginho, Kante and Kovacic or Barkley. One of those two, Kovacic or Barkley.
Kovacic or Barkley, yeah.
And Loftus-Cheek.
That's a fairly easy decision to make. When you have Jorginho and Kante, you're like, there's one extra spot up for grabs there.
Hamill, three of your matches have started. Is that how they're getting on? The 7:45.
Yes, they have. Burnley, Liverpool, as you predict. Liverpool working it tidily down that left-hand side at the moment. Burnley playing quite a direct brand of football. Fulham, Leicester, of course. Ranieri facing up against his old side. It's quite end-to-end there. Leicester not starting with Jamie Vardy, starting with a goal-shy Nacho. Only got 1 goal and 3 assists this season. He's only averaging 1 shot a game, Smithy, which is not good for a striker. I might not be a stats fan, but don't need me to tell you to work that one out. And Everton, Newcastle, to be honest, will be the game I'm paying the least amount of attention to, because Newcastle haven't been great to watch this season. But, Everton, I like Richarlison, and he appears to have started through the middle here again, so... all hands being shaken as well for Tottenham Southampton, so that's about to kick off too, buddy.
Yeah, we can have a look at the scenes. These are the scenes at Wembley. Spurs versus Southampton. Tottenham defenders Kieran Trippier and Toby Alderweireld return to the starting 11 as manager. Pochettino makes 5 changes to the side that lost 4-2 to Arsenal last weekend. Danny Rose, Harry Winks and Lucas Moura also start. Southampton interim boss Kelvin Davis makes 4 changes to the 11 that started in the 2-2 draw against Man United. Stephen Davis, James Ward-Prowse, Gabbiadini and Matt Targett all start. So, they're the scenes at Wembley. Big game for Spurs, looking to bounce back from that disappointing result against Arsenal. So, yeah, 4 7:45 games already started. Wolves, Chelsea's kicked off. Burnley, Liverpool, Everton, Newcastle and Fulham, Leicester. Our 2 8 o'clock games are our feature game, Man United versus Arsenal, and the pictures that you're seeing right now, Tottenham versus Southampton. You'd like that, Dave, wouldn't you?
I would love that.
You would love that, wouldn't you?
I would love that, Smithy.
So let's go to social corner. Pete, I saw you eating there. Can you multitask? Well, what are people saying on socials?
I mean, fair play for taking that gnocchi on as well, because...
it was great. They're not
a fan of the gnocchi.
It's sand that's got more mush.
Tell you what, beggars can't be choosers. But You've absolutely thrown me under the bus here, Smithy.
Sorry to get straight to you, the show.
John Michael Taverner has asked, what do Man United need to do to improve in matches, and is there anyone they can bring in January to help that?
Is that to me?
Well, I mean,
I like the way the eyes just went straight like, yeah.
Do you want to answer, Dave?
To be honest with you, Manchester United, we just need a
Centre-back.
good run of...
Yeah,
obviously
you need a centre-back.
But I think we need a solid, good run of games. I mean, like I said, the problem with Manchester United since Fergie's gone is that our team just gets bigger and bigger. We just add in more people. No one's leaving.
The squad, you mean?
Yeah, the squad, yeah. Like, no one's leaving. No one's going anywhere. And the truth of the matter is, I think the bigger the squad is, the least amount of people that can play.
But there's so much talent in the squad, though.
Yeah, there is. Well, depends.
I got attackingly, there is.
Yeah, depends on what you feel.
Yeah, but it's the same with Arsenal. And Unai Emery's adopted the stance where he's just going to bludgeon teams with his attack instead of relying on his defence. Like, you can't tell me there's any less talent in the United squad than Socrates, Rob Holding, and Stafford. In the defence, I think Eric Bailly, Lindelof, and either one of Smalling or Jones would face up with those three. I think they can go toe to toe in terms of ability. I think you've been really poor in terms of creating chances. You're averaging less shots per game than Crystal Palace and Everton. Like, it's a system thing. Jose Mourinho is culpable here, and as much as I like him, he's not getting the best out of these players.
I think it's his man management, because I would argue that Eric Bailly is the best central defender we have, and he's been absolutely ostracised. He's been out in the wilderness for what? 6 games now?
Yeah, you know what it is? It's when players have a bad game, Jose's like livid with them. He had a bad game against Brighton, and that was it. From then he was off in the wilderness. Then he had a bad start against Newcastle, taken off.
For like 36 minutes.
Which was actually...
It's not good for the confidence, is it?
No, it's not good for the confidence, but it was good for the side because we ended up winning that game.
Yeah.
But he hasn't come back since.
I think he's the first, has the potential to be that authoritative centre-back, the first since perhaps Vidic.
Yeah.
Like, United have been missing a proper authoritative centre-back that will take control. That will take control of that back line. But he's deceptively young as well.
Lindelof's been United's best player for the last month and a half. So he obviously has his qualities. Was brought in as a ball-playing centre-half, very comfortable on either foot. So you have the personnel, at least in terms of an immediate starting 11, to put out a more capable team, to put out a less porous defence. But at the moment, you're right. I think Jose Mourinho keeps creating, storms in teacups.
But then the issue is on that side is, before Jose Mourinho, we had problems under Louis van Gaal with that same regard as well, in terms of...
I don't think sacking him is what is going to create an upturn for this United side, because fortunately for Jose Mourinho, who else is out there right now that's capable of turning this around?
Exactly.
Do you know what I think what would help is if he actually did pick his best 11 and started playing that team.
On paper, just play it and just write it
play
out.
it and give it a go.
Devoid of emotion as well. How is Paul Pogba not playing? I don't...
Pogba and Lukaku.
The most amount of shots in the Man United side has more shots than Lukaku, the most creative player, started the season well, didn't he? And despite their fallouts and despite Jose resenting player power and clearly wanting to be omnipotent at Manchester United and that not being the case, you've got to start Lukaku, you've got to start Pogba. Dropping them against Arsenal.
I don't know about starting. I don't know about starting Lukaku 100%.
But he's a form player, he's a streaky player. He scores against
Southampton. Yeah, but he was an injury, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't... I think
interesting, on the subject of bringing players in, Man United's bench this evening is worth a...
Yes! Get in there! Ruben! I told you should have started. Get in there! Crack on, sorry. Yes!
So talk us through the goal shoot. What happened?
I don't care.
We'll have it.
Will it be given to Ruben off his cheek?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really?
But look, that's what he does. He runs at people. He creates stuff. I love you,
so
Ruben.
direct.
He gets the ball, goes forward.
You saw the World Cup as well.
Turns, head down, see you later.
The size of him as well.
It's Connor Cody own goal. But yes, come on, Chelsea.
So it's Wolves 0, Chelsea 1. Ruben Loftus-Cheek with a shot on the edge of the box.
That's going down as an own goal, isn't it?
Looks like it's going to go down as an own goal.
But yeah, he's fantastic. Ball.
Connor Cody into the back of his own net.
Brilliant.
First goal of the day to Chelsea. Dave, I was saying, we're talking about Man United. Man United's bench this evening worth a combined 247 million in transfer fees paid. Combine it with Arsenal's starting 11, which costs 167 million, which is 80 million less than United's bench are worth. So this argument that Mourinho, he's saying he's not had money spent, he's identified players. There is money that he spent there.
Yeah, but listen. Listen, sometimes you spend some cash, yeah?
Here we go. Here it comes. Hammer, I know you like these analogies.
No, but sometimes... it's always never going to be that complicated. Sometimes you spend some cash in it and then you realise what you bought is not worth that amount of money, innit? It's like...
that does happen, yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, you know what I mean? Sometimes you've got to cut your losses. You know what I mean? Sometimes you've been spending a bit too much time at a fruit machine, you've got to count your losses. You've got to realise it's time to go. When
Which United player are you comparing to a fruit machine?
When the fun stops. That's reality.
That's right.
Mourinho
Goal in one of your games, Hammer. What's going on?
I don't know. I was listening to that.
It's Everton v Newcastle. Talk us through it.
Everton versus Newcastle. Newcastle, of course, the away side. I'll talk you through the goal as soon as the replay comes on.
Really honest. I like that.
Now imagine Salomon Rondon, who is guilty of wasting a lot of chances as Newcastle's 3-1 unbeaten came to an end last game. So it's come in from a wide position, and it's taken very well at the back post. Is that Isaac Hayden with the assist? I can't see my screen, of course. Tiny there, but Salomon Rondon wrapping it up at the back post. Jordan Pickford absolutely helpless. And Everton, I mean, they've shored up defensively in recent weeks. Newcastle struggling for goals again, but that is a cheap one to concede. Let's see how Marco Silva reacts.
Yeah, Newcastle won just one of the last 14 Premier League visits to Goodison Park, so they've got a pretty bad record there. But
they're
it's
not
a
great away from home.
Start.
Yeah, well start.
Yeah, Goodison Park.
Better. Put him in. Go on.
We haven't talked about the fixture game so far. Man United v Arsenal. Dave Jackson, what's going on? You standing up?
Well, it's been all United, to be honest, but now we've got a bit of a sniff. Arsenal have actually gotten the ball for a little bit, and we've got a throw-in deep into Man United's half. So, yeah, a little bit better than what it was the first 5 minutes.
It's been, you lot been under the cosh.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Oh, Burnley nearly sneaking in there. I can't believe I've got United in my peripherals. Chelsea just there. I'm watching Burnley on the attack.
Burnley fans watching what happened, Chris?
I've got the raw end of the deal here. Burnley fans watching. Well,
talk us through it.
You might as well watch this instead of the game. That was a very rare attack. Burnley, of course, producing the least amount of shots per game in the Premier League this season. They have been terrible on the defensive end as well, but a rare foray into Liverpool's half. And Sean Dyche, the Ginger Mourinho, the worm eater, absolutely spitting on the sideline. They didn't make more of that. So, Everton back on the attack here, looking to make amends, and straight into the Bravka's hands.
Thanks very much, Chris. So
You're
2
welcome,
goals so far.
always.
Wolves 0, Chelsea 1, Everton 0, Newcastle 1. Yeah, Everton have been great run of form at home this season. Obviously, they lost the Merseyside derby, but they have won the last 4 Premier League games at home, scoring 9 goals, conceding only 1. But they do find themselves behind.
And do you know who was great?
Against Newcastle.
In the Liverpool derby, I thought, in the Merseyside derby, Andre Gomez on loan from Barcelona was absolutely class.
Yeah, he was great at Chelsea as well.
Yeah,
Newcastle again.
He's unbelievable.
Picks up pockets, very cultured player. Got
how
good
calm
distribution.
is he on the ball?
Yeah.
He's like, he does it in slow mo. The geezer's brilliant.
And short of that Alisson save, he should have put them ahead,
They're going to have to pay a lot of money.
Well, I mean, his release clause is what, 100 mil?
Is it 100
mil?
But then again, you could say that Yerry Mina's was about 100 mil as well, and he went for what,
he was
27?
I mean, release clause in Spain a little bit deceiving, aren't it? But he's had a really bad season at Barcelona, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was a right to buy there for something around 35, 40, which is what Barca paid Valencia for him.
Snap that up straight away.
But he bossed it.
Chris, got to ask you, Spurs v Southampton. You're very fortunate that you're watching Spurs v Southampton, mate.
Do you want to swap chairs?
I wouldn't mind. How's that game panning out? Spurs all over them,
we've had a 5-minute montage of people in the crowd, so I can only imagine we're a bit short of action. There's Hasan Hüttler, just of course, aside from Southampton. He's the old RB Leipzig manager. He's joined them. I think that's a great appointment. I think that is Southampton back on track. As well documented on the show, didn't really rate Mark Hughes at Southampton.
Yeah, let's talk about that appointment, because I've seen you're a big fan of it. Do you think it's a brave appointment for Southampton?
Traditionally, his teams have always performed really, really well in attack. So supercharged Leipzig's attack and finished second, obviously, in their maiden season in the Bundesliga. Did really well with a team called Ingolstadt, so took them from the bottom of the Bully 2 and took them to mid-table in the Bully, so the German first division. So probably the equivalent of a job that, I don't know, maybe Wagner has done with Huddersfield, but even more so. And he just plays a really attractive, quick, attracting brand of football, which is what Southampton fans have become used to under Pochettino, under Koeman, under not so much Pellegrini or
Anyone's not Mark
was it?
Hughes.
But yeah, basically, Mark Hughes, a bit like Jose Mourinho light, to be honest, just pragmatic week-to-week football. Didn't really have a long-term goal. So I actually think maybe this is a fantastic appointment. And just before Hughes got sacked, they did an off-the-field sort of analysis of the club from top to bottom. And clearly they surmised that not really moving forward with this guy. And Southampton, I think, could have come up trumps once again there with that signing.
Great stuff, Chris. A 2.5-year deal he's been given, the Austrian. Chance in your game, Tubes, what happened?
Great save. William free kicks. Great save.
Well, big fan of Patricio.
He's
Is
decent.
he in goal this week?
Yeah.
Goal for Spurs, Harry Kane. Come on, Chris, talk us through
I
it.
was looking at Cheese.
I'm not watching the games, mate.
I was looking at
You're being
Cheese's
blessed with
glorious
this
chest
picture.
there popping out that,
Come on,
that
Harry.
Lacey number. Right, Harry Kane. It's that 2 on the bounce now. He, of course, last week became the top scorer in London derbies, along with Adebayor. So what a record to share with a man like Adebayor. And this is coming short corner. Do you play a lot of short corner, Smithy?
We do play a few short corners.
And Eric, is that Ericsson who's whipped that in?
It's just poor defending.
That's great.
I mean, that is absolutely glorious across the front post. But you're right, Southampton, terrible defending. Hasenhüttl will be spitting.
It's just a low ball to front post, isn't it?
That is Harry Kane's 13th goals in all competitions, 9th in the Premier League, 4 in the Champions League. So he's a man in form. As Chris said, he equalled the record in the North London derby last week. That is by all with 8 goals. Spurs find themselves 1-0 up. Interestingly, Spurs are the only team in the 4 professional leagues of English football not to have drawn a game yet all season in the Premier League. They find themselves 1-0 up.
Interesting, is generous.
Pete Dorman. Classic Chris Hamill. Social media, what you got for us, mate? What are people saying?
Well, I tell you what, I have been parked in the worst seat in the house because between me and the United game is a man with a bigger head than Harry Maguire.
Wow, that is a really good point. Can we have a little zoom in on Chris Hamill's head? Because he has got a big nut, we know that.
Don't get me started on your makeup, Smith.
Pete, you're saying that he's got a bigger head than
Bigger?
Harry
Well,
Maguire.
I mean, there's an argument there.
Look at the close-up. It's not actually fitting the screen.
Who's got a bigger forehead, though, me or Chris?
Oh, should we do the finger test?
We need a different camera angle for this one.
I think
Tubes has it.
Yeah.
only by
half a finger.
Only by virtue of maintaining the hairline. Yeah, that's...
Pete Dorman, is that just random point, or people commenting about that? In social Just people talking about that?
No, I'm just noticing.
I'll give Smithy his 5 minutes as a comedian. Come on, Smithy.
I'm just trying to watch the match and it's not going very well. But I presume you're looking for a question.
Yes.
Bit tangential there. But Alpha Prime has asked, who is the more versatile between Pogba and Torreira?
The more versatile?
More versatile player.
Come on.
What do you think, Smith?
I'd probably say versatile-wise Pogba, because Torreira he's been bought to play in one position for Arsenal, the position that... You're right, though. He's bought to sit, isn't he, in that position that Arsenal have been lacking for many years. I'd say probably a player more in form than Pogba at the minute, but versatility-wise, I'd probably say Pogba can play
both,
more positions.
Pogba can play attacking,
he can box to box, he can sit, he can play as a 10.
He doesn't want to play the Kante role.
No,
He doesn't want to, but he can.
Yeah.
Oh. Dave, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Paul Pogba, all day, every day.
Torreira, is it?
Torreira,
Torreira, no, not at all.
It's not really a fair comparison, is it?
Pogba's so much more versatile than Torreira.
Much more natural footballer, Pogba, but...
Yeah.
So 11 minutes gone in our feature game. Dave Jackson, you've been quite quiet for you today. How's the first 10 minutes gone for Arsenal?
Yeah, we haven't started particularly well. But what I've been impressed with is just our work ethic. I just saw about 5 minutes ago our 3 central midfielders, Ramsey, Guendouzi, and Torreira, sprint to get back into position rather than just jog back and leave a massive hole in midfield. They were sprinting to get back in position. That's one of the main things that our new manager's been able to do. Is that there's a massive difference in what our work ethic is now than what it was probably the last couple of years under Wenger.
He's proper up and down the line, though, isn't he?
I love it.
He's brilliant. Who do you think's the most animated manager in the Premier League?
Animated.
Yeah,
Klopp. Yeah.
Emery's got to be up there. He's proper.
Yeah.
He's one of the most proactive managers in the Premier League. He makes really brave in-game substitutions, which is something that Arsene Wenger didn't do last season. He's got a fantastic sort of...
Well, the double sub on Sunday that changed the game, isn't it?
He said this last time we were on the show. He said his shortcomings as a player was that he was a bit of a coward, and he's tried to sort of iron that out of his managerial.
Serious? Did he take Mustafi off for Ramsey?
No. He took Mkhitaryan and Iwobi for Lacazette and
Ramsey at half-time. Double sub at half-time, yeah.
And then Mustafi was injured, so he took him off for Guendouzi.
How's Mkhitaryan doing?
He's a bit. He's just not great. He's not bad.
Yeah.
But he's not. I can't think of a game where he's actually dictating and actually grab hold of the game.
It's kind of like Sanchez at United.
Yeah.
It's just we've traded 2 very underperforming players currently who have little impact on any side they play in. It's very rare they have an impact.
It was good at the start of the season, wasn't he, Mkhitaryan? He
got
some good numbers.
It's not
played well against Chelsea.
It's not like a dig, but if you want to own a position in a team, you got
week in, week out.
Yeah. That's there.
I mean, he wants to play number 10 as well, doesn't he? I don't think anyone... Does he want to play out on the right-hand side where he's normally set up? Is it a 4-2-3-1 that Emery normally plays?
He
played a 3 against
he's
United, didn't he?
He's a wide player.
Yeah, I quite like him through the middle as opposed to... He feels quite laboured when he's out wide. Slows up counter-attacks, his transitional plays isn't really as good as others in the team. Ramsey finds space better, so...
But was
decent squad player, though.
Was Dortmund the last place he played through the middle, though, like, consistently? Did he even play,
Probably. I don't think he did for Manchester United.
Yeah, he was always used as a wide. Yeah, he was always used as a wide player.
Was he playing for the middle for Dortmund?
Get hold of the ball, man.
I thought he was a wide player for Dortmund as well.
I mean, it changes at Dortmund, doesn't it? They sort of swap out pretty judiciously along that front three. So, well, when they were playing a three, and was it Tuchel that he was there under as well as maybe Jurgen Klopp? But yeah, it's on the right. But I can remember him playing it as a number 10, but maybe just on occasion.
But I think that if you look at the other players, both at United,
oh my God,
Arsenal,
that is unbelievable football.
Chance for Chelsea. What's going on? Talk us through it.
We're in the box attacking. And 3 or 4 passes, we absolutely went through Wolves. And now, Fabregas down injured.
Ooh, what do you think about Fabregas? He's been linked with. He's been linked an awful lot with. Oh, hello. Changing my sound. That's scared. What do you think about Fabregas going to AC Milan, Chips?
Well, I think
everyone.
Go on, Jorginho.
Go on. Oh, that's corner. That'll do.
Dave, let's go to the feature game quickly. Talk us through what happened, Dave. First bit of animation from you. Arsenal in attack.
It was a lovely ball down the wing. Arobi run onto it and basically made something out of nothing there. And we now have a corner. So let's hopefully put some pressure on.
Corner to Arsenal. A couple of price boosts to give you as well. Marcus Rashford.
Love a price boost.
Interesting, he scored twice against Arsenal on his Premier League debut, of course.
He did.
A 3-2 home win in February 2016. He's a 13-2 price boost to score first today. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. Corner for Arsenal here. David standing. View is slightly blocked.
So stand for a corner.
Torreira standing over the corner.
Hands on him. Look at this. I love that.
Go on, attack the ball. Make them
Corner for
defend
Arsenal.
It. Oh.
Goes to nothing.
Wasn't the worst corner. Wasn't the worst corner.
Hamill, getting back to your question, Fabregas to AC Milan, I think...
No, that's all right, mate.
I think he might go because I don't think he's going to get a sniff with Jorginho because Jorginho is Sarri's boy. And it's exactly the same position. And I love Fabregas.
But I think now you have long-term successors to him.
Yeah. It's great, but I can't see him playing at all.
No, well, that's the thing. Like, from a Chelsea fan, losing them surely shouldn't be that. Other than them being a fan favourite, losing them on the pitch wouldn't really...
It's not going to make that much difference.
Yeah, because you have the long-term successors in place now already.
Yeah, I totally agree. But it's so it's upsetting because what he's done for the club.
Emotional
standpoint, for him, if he wants to carry on playing week in, week out, he will have to go because he won't get that at Chelsea.
Tubes, on that note, I've got the quote that Sarri said. There's obviously a lot of talk about Kante. He's obviously won Premier Leagues, World Cups, playing in that central defensive DM role.
Yeah.
He plays the sort of in a different role under Sarri. This is the exact quote Sarri came out with. Our centre midfield is Jorginho or Fabregas. I don't want Kante there. What do you make of those?
I think that's the only thing he's done and said wrong at Chelsea. I do not understand that one bit.
No.
Like, what's he talking about?
Because Kante's been one of the best players in the world.
What he did for Leicester.
Yeah,
what he was doing for Chelsea until Sarri and Jorginho
France in the World Cup.
France, he's won the World Cup. I think it's ridiculous.
So where does he want him then?
He plays him on the left. He plays Jorginho in the front of the back four. And he has Kante, Kovacic, Barkley or Loftus-Cheek on the right. And Kante doesn't moan, just gets on with it. He's brilliant and he plays that role superb. But for someone to say he can't play the role that he's been playing for the last 5-6 years, unbelievably.
Best in the world.
Best in the world.
He's right. I think he is the best in that position. I don't.
But then again, where do you play Jorginho?
What I'd say is, do you need someone making like 5 tackles and interceptions a game when you've got 60% of the ball? Like I don't mind what he's trying to do with Kante, in that he's trying to play him further up the pitch and maybe he wins the ball better in those kind of positions in the opposition's final third.
Oh, Ramsey.
Like, I'm just talking about the comments Sarri made. I don't understand it.
But I don't. Do you mind like he's trying to evolve the player a little bit?
Not at all. I like it. But I was asked about the quote, and I just think the quote's ridiculous. I just don't understand how you say he can't play that. That's his role. That's what he's made.
But is he saying he can't play there just because Jorginho's playing there? I guess not, because he can't.
The exact quote is, our centre midfield is Jorginho or Fabregas. I don't want Kante there. So this was after he lost to Spurs. He was talking about the system.
Right, so he said, I don't want him there.
Kante there.
Right, so
he
hasn't said.
Still an odd thing to say, isn't it?
I thought he said, which people told me that he was like, no, he can't play that
he
role.
can't.
So he goes, I don't want him there.
He's not got the skill
Right,
set.
so it's completely different. So he hasn't said that. So sorry about that last 4 minutes of
I read the
social
quote the
media.
same both times, by the way.
Yeah, you did. But I got told differently.
You heard what you heard before.
Yeah,
But would you, as a
It's
Chelsea
a short
fan,
trip,
where do you want
at the moment,
in an ideal situation? Where, as a Chelsea fan, would you want to see Kante playing? If everyone's fit.
Well, now the way we play, it all goes through Jorginho. So where he is now.
Do you worry that Kante might become unsettled and he might end up leaving?
He loves it.
Oh, lovely. Come on.
It's a nice bring down.
Yeah, if there's ever a man who just loves playing football,
Exactly.
Isn't he on 300k a week now as well?
I mean, that might help.
Yeah.
Deserves every penny.
That's right.
So it's decent, isn't it? I think
I heard a story.
probably be all right with Jorginho taking my position.
I'm not sure in the truth of it, but I heard a story when he joined Chelsea, he planned to run the training. And the club had to convince him to buy a car. He was like, oh, it's only 5 miles, I'll just run.
Is it? Are you serious?
Yeah. He was just planning to run
Was
the
it
team.
Chelsea or was it? I think it was
Leicester. Yeah, Leicester.
That was Leicester.
And do you know what car he went out and bought?
Mini. What an absolute legend. I saw him at the Chelsea Christmas party, the Bridge kids Christmas party, and he stayed right until the end. All the players had left, probably at home, had dinner. He was still there with every single kid. I just wanted to go and cuddle him. I love him.
Was that thing where he stayed and played FIFA with those lads as well as staying at someone's house?
Go on. Go on. Picks.
No. Mate.
Apparently he's the nicest.
20 minutes gone. David, our feature game. Arsenal starting the better of the two teams.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
No, not at all.
They're on the attack now.
Oh, that was poor. He was going.
Yeah. No, they're definitely.
Thoughts on the first 20 minutes?
Listen, you guys Arsenal's had a good.
A few sniffs.
A good 5-6 minutes. But I think Dave would agree with me. Man United have been the better team in it so far.
Yeah, started a better team.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
would you take a point in this game?
No.
As United fan, wouldn't take a point.
No, you can't.
Take a point.
Anyone at home saying they'd take a point.
Take a point.
You can't be in front of a goalless draw. That Palace game is killing. That's weird.
Listen,
every time you're on with Man United,
every time I'm on with Man United, listen, we draw that bad boy. Listen, that's why I brought a new shirt. I came with the red shirt first time. Yeah. Came with the pink.
Yeah, it was Wolves, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So now I'm here with the.
Your hat-trick appearance.
Yeah,
You've seen 2 draws, both at home, Dave.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen this time.
Does Dave get to keep the ball or what? We're getting get back and forth.
Taking it
You
off.
like the ball? Pete, let's get some more of you guys' questions from Social Corner.
Yes, I literally had one there and I've lost it now.
Okay.
There's a question from Nathan Blowers, and he has asked, do you think Modric should have won the Ballon d'Or?
Yes.
Ooh, good question.
Was Modric the best player in the world last year? I don't think so.
I think unless Messi's leg's fallen off, he should just get it every single year.
Also, Messi
I think it is crazy that Lionel Messi finished fifth.
That's why I'm like,
Lionel Messi finishing fifth is absurd.
No, but I like that you went straight in with
He's a fantastic.
I think he's a fantastic player. I'm not disagreeing with that. But what I'd say is he's not the best player in the world. I don't think he was the best.
Who do you think was?
Because what he is, he's the best player.
No. Go on, sorry.
What he is, he's the best player in Real Madrid, in the club that won the Champions League and made it far in the.
But then you could argue that he's had the
best
most
player in
impact
the
on
world.
his team. He's done the most he can do in the teams he's been in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's basically.
If you're saying
But you're doing it based on perceived potential.
But I mean, if it's the best player in the world, then it just goes to Messi every time.
Go on.
Yeah, but that's what it is.
But it's also his performance. You know, Modric's performance based on his clubs and based on games and tournaments he's been involved in.
He's doing 2 jobs.
Everton found the equaliser, 1-1 in that game. Talk us through it.
OK, well, I was watching the Leicester game because they narrowly missed as well, but Richarlison has bagged for Everton at Goodison, drawing the Merseysiders level. And Richarlison, since he moved to that central position, has been absolutely fantastic, starting to look like decent business now at 50 mil. Of course, a lot of people had a lot of problems with that fee. It's his 7th of the season, and he's not going to get many easier than that. It's bounced to him 6 yards out. Terrible defensive line there. No one on the back post, and he's sunken it from 4 or 5 yards out. I'm pretty disappointed he didn't do his pigeon celebration, because Big fan of it. So,
the knee slide, yeah. 7th goal in 13th Premier League appearance. He's having a great start to the season.
They look decent, Everton.
Yeah.
Against Liverpool, they were superb.
Yeah, unlucky. Crazy end to that game. Going back to the Ballon d'Or, so Dave, he's a no for you.
No, it's
Interestingly, Modric's become the first football player in history to win the World Cup Golden Ball, FIFA Best Men's Player, UEFA Men's Player, and the Ballon d'Or in the same year.
He must be doing something right.
So, I mean,
yeah.
if he wasn't the best, really one of them, he wouldn't have got the whole.
So he's not for you.
William, one-on-one. William! Oh, that's a great tackle. Wow.
Chance for Chelsea.
Too many touches.
And William is down. Looks like he's back in that.
Fulham off the line. No.
We are playing some stunning
Chiefs,
stuff.
talk us through this chance for Chelsea.
Eden Hazard, little chip, William one-on-one. I think he's taken 2 minutes. Yeah, the first touch wasn't
great. It's a great tackle.
I mean,
from Bennett.
I don't think that first touch is that bad. It sets it on his left foot quite well.
No, it's there, it's underneath him. He's got
a wee bit behind him.
God, I love football. It's a great tackle from Bennett, to be fair.
So Cheeks, what Dave, Ballon d'Or winner for you is Messi, is it?
Yeah, well, I'd say I just look at it like who. Look, I know they want to break the Messi-Ronaldo dominance, but I'm just looking at it from who is actually the best. What is it about? What is the question?
Barca were one game away from having an unbeaten season, where a 31-year-old Messi is still scoring 40 goals in all competitions. Like, what is going on?
But then again, that was middle of last year. You've also got the World Cup and this season to take into account.
I still joint most assists at the World Cup. Admittedly, about 15 players had 2, and he was one. So,
corner.
Great defending, Diego.
Another corner. Third corner in quick succession, Dave Jackson. And you know that Arsenal are in a game when he sits on the edge of the sofa. Dave, do you want to talk us through this corner?
Well, it shouldn't have been a corner. Well, no, then again, someone was offside, but the ball didn't go to him. And Diego Dallo just put it out. Fantastic defending.
And Torreira stepping over.
Yeah.
Third corner in the last few minutes.
How's Dallo looking, Dave?
Looking really good.
Yeah?
He's looking good. He's looking positive. He's a signing that I was actually pretty excited about, to be honest with you. But he hasn't had that many opportunities so far. Which, to Jose's credit, he has been injured for quite a while. Initially, when we signed him, he got injured during the pre-season training, so he wasn't ready.
This is only his second start.
Yeah.
I think everyone in football is in agreement that he's a fantastic.
Get
in the Arsenal! Mustafi with a bullet header! David De Gea's had a nightmare! Get in!
Absolute nightmare there.
Yeah. Jordan Pickford next.
Oh, beautiful! Oh, David, what have you done there, my friend?
Mustafi scored.
Wow. It is Man United 0, Arsenal 1 after 25 minutes. Dave Jackson, talk us through this goal.
Well, it was a corner played in. Mustafi's thrown his bonset and David De Gea.
Dave saves no
had
more.
An absolute Western.
Chris Smalling gets absolutely bullied there.
Yeah, absolutely bullied.
What has he done there? There's no way he should score.
Straight to De Gea. He's
over.
Oh, it's not over.
Right, it's got the technology. Don't worry, mate. It's over.
Mate, the watch is broken, mate. The watch is broken. The goal line, what's it called? Hawkeye.
I'm not sure that is in, you know.
From that angle,
it's conclusive.
Well, the goal's been given.
Watch, so
Watch, mate.
So you can't argue that, Dave.
Get in!
What a dreadful goal to concede.
It's a conspiracy, mate. It's a conspiracy. Someone get Jason Bourne.
Why did he head it off the line?
Why didn't David Hay just catch it?
Oh, hello! And Fulham have scored at home at the Cottage to Leicester.
Goal.
Kamara? Can't see. But strong finish, swept it into the bottom right, and blooming hell, it's all kicking off on the football social, isn't it?
Goals galore, Hamill.
Looking like a very angry Milky Bar kid.
Morata's gone down injured.
Oh, come on, Iwobi. Look up.
Gabbiadini's also on the deck. Burnley is pressing for a goal at Liverpool. Phil Bardsley almost scored a minute ago with a 20-yard pinger. He's left someone for dead on the touchline, and he's turned around. It was a little Cruyffy, and he's wrapped it in.
A little Cruyffy.
Oh well, a little drag back.
Big
it's gone through the keeper's legs, generous. Owing to the greasy surface.
Flick on from Mitrovic.
It was Kamara, I can confirm, by the by, just in case all you Fulham fans out there.
That's poor from Cottage.
Who aren't at the Cottage.
So it's Fulham 1, Leicester 0. Goals going in. Dave, you're gutted. I can just sense that from your face.
I'm absolutely crushed.
What's a soft goal, wasn't it?
It's a very soft goal.
Chelsea now. Why is everyone up in arms at Chelsea?
Morata got clattered, but he's got up, so I don't understand what the problem is.
It's very, very important. Arsenal, next 5 minutes, keep it nice and tight, and we can go and get the second for half-time.
What have you thought of Rudiger this season?
If we keep
when
it tight
he first joined, my cousin was like, he's dodgy. He's not a ball player.
What's he done there?
And when he first came, I was like, he's right. He's like
clear your lines, clear lines.
This year he's been superb. Probably our best defender.
Yeah, it seems to be Rudiger +1, which is
do you know
quite
what?
a turnaround.
He's improved massively.
Well, his thing, wasn't it? Was do you see like the FA Cup final was a big moment for him, wasn't it? Where he actually started and he was absolutely fantastic in that, wasn't he?
And apparently he's brilliant in the changing room.
He's had the season that I expected Davinson Sanchez to have for Tottenham.
Yeah.
Come on, he's been injured though, Sanchez.
Yeah, he's not been at the races over it.
We'll have that.
Free kick from Man United, just on the edge of the box.
Extremely naive from Guendouzi.
Yep,
we'll have that.
Rashford's banging it. So naive.
You were quite happy with United's starts of the game.
Listen,
The last 5 minutes, Arsenal got back into it.
Yeah, they did. United started pretty well, pretty bright.
He's dived there.
They haven't...
No, it's contact.
It's not dive, mate. I mean, not trying to tarnish his image. What are you talking about? Listen...
He's getting a bit tasty.
I'll have Marcus Rashford on this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Tasty in your game, Tubes?
Yeah.
Come on, Leno. I'm still not completely sold on Leno.
So just update the scores whilst there's a break in play in our two feature games. Burnley 0, Liverpool 0, Everton. Newcastle is 1 already. Salomon Rondon after 19, Richarlison after 38 minutes. Fulham have just scored against Leicester City. Kamara making it 1-0 after 42nd minute. Wolves 0, Chelsea 1. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Tubes was very happy he's in the starting lineup. The goal, I think, has been given to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. We're just getting clarification of that. Yeah, debating whether it was a Conor Cody own goal, but it has been given as a Ruben Loftus-Cheek goal after 18 minutes. So he gets the goal. Man United 0, Arsenal 1, Shodan Mustafi. Spurs 1, Southampton 0. Harry Kane after 9 minutes. That was our 8 o'clock kickoff. Don't forget the Man United game and the Spurs game both kick up at 8 o'clock. The other games were all 7:45. Cheeky sport, Dave. Man United free.
Oh! Oh!
Get back!
Yeah! Come on! Tony! Yes! Tony Marshall! Hey, listen, beautiful free kick. Listen, saved just off the line by the goalkeeper. But, listen,
I'm listening.
Came back in a beautiful cutback. Just kind of, you know them sweaty FIFA goals, nice little cutback. Who was there to take it?
You tell me.
The one and only Tony Marshall. 50 million came from France. Marcus Rojo.
Yeah,
I was wondering, why is Marcus Rojo standing over the ball? But obviously, all that time, out of the side, just practicing his free kicks, mate. That's what he was doing.
Big goal.
That's what he was doing. While he was injured, he was practicing free kicks. Beautiful.
It's a cheap goal to concede.
Mate,
Arsenal fans' perspective.
It's very, very cheap.
I
feel like Leno has a good save from the free kick, but he's kind of...
Tony Marshall came from France.
He did.
The English press said he had no chance. 50 million. Down the drain. Tony Marshall scores again.
Dramatic reading.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Slam poetry.
The way that you delivered that day. All in the delivery, mate. All in the delivery.
We had to keep it tight for 5 minutes. Couldn't do it.
Someone gave us some red wine.
Kept it loose.
Also,
Dave Jackson said, big 5 minutes, keep it tight.
Why is
Monaghan
Monaghan convinced Rashford to let him have that?
Listen, I can't believe... I was thinking, what is Marcus Rojo doing standing over that ball? And you could see he had some intent standing over, and I was thinking, what's going on over here? But
4 minutes from Arsenal scoring to Man United scoring. 26th minute, Mustafi scored. 30th minute, Martial equalised. Dave said a big 5 minutes. It was a big 4 minutes, and then United scored. So it is 1-0. 30 minutes gone. That 1 minute. One more minute.
Oh, so cheap, that goal. I know.
Half-time, one of your games, Samuel?
Yeah, it's half-time in Leicester, Fulham versus Leicester even, and Mitrovic just slapping Kamara there before he came off the pitch. Take it that was some sort of compliment. Pochettino not looking overly enamoured with his side, Smithy. Bottom right there, I think Southampton's still well in this game. And Liverpool, actually, they're not makeshift front three, but I suppose Shaqiri's moved from a midfield three to an attacking trident. Not playing well at all, and Klopp might be ruining this rotation here. Might be making some changes sooner rather than later. And someone's just gone bum over elbow. It's Jordan Henderson back in the side. And
come on, Marcus.
Well done, Rashford.
Yeah, suffering.
There's rotation and then there's
1-0 Fulham against Leicester. Half-time whistle to go in our game.
Half-time at Chelsea. Wolves.
Half-time at Molineux, so it's Wolves 0, Chelsea 1. Good start for Chelsea. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, 18 minutes. Let's get your assessment of that first half. What was it? Very comfortable for Chelsea?
The last 10 minutes got a bit feisty. The Wolves were getting stuck into Chelsea. But we played well. We've knocked it around nicely. And I can't believe the goal's gone to Loftus-Cheek. I thought, but I'll take it. 1-0. Good.
Are you are you a pro Morata or a get him out?
It was a good challenge.
I prefer Giroud.
Yeah, I prefer Giroud as well.
Okay.
I prefer Giroud as well.
I don't like to dig out Chelsea players and get them out of the club and all that, but I just don't. I don't think
he's the long-term solution.
You're not going to win the league with Morata playing up front.
Okay.
In the Premier League, in my opinion.
Well, the type of player he is, he's not going to get you 25 goals.
He's not strong enough.
Yeah.
Sarri seems to be. This is like the litmus test, and if he can't pass this in the next 5 or 6 games, he's been quite strongly worded in the press about him, hasn't he? To say he's still 50-50 as to whether he can fulfil that system. That point man in the Sarri system is very demanding, and you're right, he might not have all the tools to do it.
But I don't think it doesn't look like he's enjoying English football anyway. Like he scored the other week in the Europa League, and it was just nothing.
Really?
Half-time at Turf Moor. Burnley 0, Liverpool 0. Let's just get your thoughts
less said about that game the better, to be honest, mate.
Liverpool,
one of the highlights.
Burnley making it hard for Liverpool.
One of the highlights of the last 10 minutes was Phil Bartley.
Put him in. Don't do that.
Here we go.
Don't do that.
Chance for Arsenal to flex it, and it's gone wide for another corner.
Hold on, are you boys sure you don't want to hear me talk about one of Phil Bartley's raspers from 20? You interrupt me for the Man United Arsenal game. That's bang out of order.
That's what I'm saying. It's those kind of touches there.
The half-time whistle has gone at Goodison Park as well.
This is United of late, not to make it hard.
So many errors.
So many errors in midfield.
Like one. Salomon Rondon and Richarlison with the goals. Rondon after 90 minutes, Richarlison after 38. 1-1 at the break at Goodison Park. Everton, great home form this season, but they did go behind. Still live, still in play with Spurs, Southampton, and with our feature game, Arsenal versus Man United at Old Trafford. They've got another corner, Arsenal.
Yeah, but Arsenal down 10 men at the moment.
Stick with you for this.
Arsenal down 10 men. Rob Holding's coming off. I don't understand why we haven't got a sub on.
Lovely bloke, Rob Holding.
Seems a bit silly.
Well, he's definitely coming off.
Yeah,
corner for Arsenal.
Legs straight up.
Managerial again. Doing bet.
Mate.
So, what about the omission of, Pogba and Lukaku? How has it affected United so far, lads? Do you think do you think those changes are going to need to be made second half, or do you look pretty solid?
No, United started pretty well, to be honest with you. Pogba, obviously, you throw Pogba on quality immediately in the middle of the park. But the truth of the matter is the boys have played pretty well so far, to be honest with you.
Herrera getting the assist, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think with this kind of game, it's very fast-paced. You don't need somebody that's going to hold the ball for too long, and I think that's probably as to why Jose Mourinho didn't include him. Obviously, there's probably some underlying issues as well. But
stretch it off as well. Stretch it.
His knee.
Who was stretch it off?
Rob Holding.
Oh, Rob.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
Is Pogba at Man United next season?
Ooh. I actually think it's interesting this summer. It's interesting this summer that they didn't sanction the sale of Martial, because it almost revealed like a split behind the scenes. As in, Ed Woodward, commercial director, doesn't want to sell Martial because, part of him probably thinks that Martial might outlast Jose Mourinho, doesn't want Pogba to go for the same reasons, but also doesn't give Jose Mourinho what he wants in the transfer market. So you've got to think they've got one eye on the players as opposed to the manager.
Someone said it to me the other day, look at Martial, he's got bags of talent. Like, the truth of the matter is, underneath the tutelage of a really good manager, he will be absolutely world-class, without a shadow of a doubt. Someone said to me the other day, if you compare him to Sterling, if you look at who's got more natural raw talent, Martial does have a lot more natural raw talent than
pace on him,
under Pep, he'd be filthy.
Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So it's just, it's not.
It's not a penalty, is it? It's not a penalty. It's a free kick, isn't it? Yeah.
Free kick to Man United just on the edge of the box. I totally agree there. That's why when Spurs were linked with Martial, I'm a massive Martial fan. He's exactly the kind of player as well. Pochettino is amazing at getting the most potential out of a player. Yeah. And I just thought Martial. Because remember, there was talk of the Alderweireld-Martial swap deal because neither player was happy at the time, and it would have just been a fantastic signing. He always seems to score when he plays for United. He doesn't get a regular run of games. Then when he does, he just puts away.
He's quality. He's absolute quality. But I think the board, or in terms of Ed Woodward, can see the long term to some degree of long-term vision. But like you said, the good thing for Jose is that no one's available right now. Yeah, you see what I'm saying, and that's what's keeping him.
But the fact they're reluctant to sell also good for the players. It's like stick around. Things might change.
Exactly.
So this leads quite nicely on the question of the scene by Nathan Blowers, who has asked, do you think this is Mourinho's last season as United manager?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but then who comes in? Oh!
Hit it! Chance for United!
Oh! Bodies everywhere.
Zidane.
You think it's Zidane?
Yep.
So what's
happening? Something's happened here.
What's happening?
Is he giving a penalty?
Hold on, what's going on here?
No.
Hold on, what's going on here? Hold on, what's going on here?
Free kick.
Marcus Rojo came absolutely spilling into the box and just 2 foot of Guendouzi.
So is he only given a yellow, not a red?
I mean, it was a heavy challenge.
Marcus Rojo, well, that's what I'm saying.
So here's the replay again.
It's always possible to get a...
Rojo goes sliding into Guendouzi in the box.
That's a definite yellow. The fact he's got
absolutely sliding in.
What
nasty. He's lucky that his leg is not planted that time. Lucky he gets his leg off the ground.
For me, that is a straight red.
That's a red for you.
Reckless.
Because he's done the scissors.
He's done the scissors, yeah. He's closed it up.
Why do that?
But that's the thing about Marcus Rojo, isn't it?
He's got a bit excited.
He's smiling as well. He's laughing, Rojo, isn't he?
That's the thing about Marcus, like...
That's such a stupid thing to do.
Guendouzi's limping. It looks like he's going to be okay, though. Jose Mourinho's not happy about
him in the box.
But it is a yellow card.
But it is habitual for Rojo. He's one of those people.
That's what
He's
I'm
such
saying.
an anti-footballer.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's like.
He's always going...
Funny thing is, off the pitch, he's a nice guy, you know? He's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah, no doubt, but he's filthy on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you're doing things like that, he's followed through as well and
closed it up there. Yes.
That ends people's career.
Yeah.
Especially Guendouzi as well. He's a bit, you know, he's not got much on him at the moment, has he? That could have...
Yeah, that was
snapped his leg clean enough.
Here's Mark, the floor manager's bringing in some food.
Yes, some grub.
Ledge.
There we go. Big thanks to Mark.
Mystery surprise. Mystery, this is. Mystery gift.
While Mark's in vision here, then, Dave, just talk us through what's going on in the feature game.
Oh, absolutely.
Few tackles flying in, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Arsenal not playing particularly well, to be honest. If they probably didn't deserve that lead, but you know, Arsenal definitely a second half team. So hopefully we'll come out a little bit better in the second half because this hasn't been great.
Top goal scorers in the second half in the Premier League.
Yeah, I read something. If games would finish in the first half, we'd be at 19th or something.
Yeah.
But they don't, do they?
I love stats like that.
It's not, is it? So.
Yeah, Arsenal won every single match they've scored first in the Premier League this season. 7 games, 7 wins. 100% winning record when scoring first. They scored first today. It's currently 1 or 40 minutes gone. So 2 games that are still going on in the first half are a feature game. Man United versus Arsenal and Spurs versus Southampton. Spurs still 1-0 up. Anything going on at Wembley, Chris, in that game?
I mean, Kieran Trippier's just been pulled up for offside. I was watching Burnley Liverpool there. Little dink down the line for Daniel...
Half time in that one, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just watching the highlights back in the other 3 games, to be honest. Southampton, Tottenham, equally as exciting as the rest of them at the moment, which is they're all a little bit attritional. Southampton, though, staying in it, Smithy. I've liked the look of Stuart Armstrong in recent weeks. Yeah. He's got was it 3-3? So maybe he'll be looking to affect this game. Southampton, of course, needing goals, needing midfielders to contribute because Gabbiadini started. I think Gabbiadini and Shane Long's goal record in recent seasons has been fairly poor. But here we go. Just watching a replay now of a little corner from the Liverpool, and that was almost a goal. Joe Hart.
Free kick to Man United. Whipped in.
Career revival continues.
Come on, Arsenal.
Do you know what, those second phases in the box are looking pretty fruitful for United?
Absolutely. Listen,
Mustafi's inability to clear a ball.
There's been quite a few cards as well been popping off during this game.
Do you remember those games back in the day? Roy Keane
and Vieira.
Nisroy and Keown.
Yeah.
That's my favourite Arsenal United.
Keown. Is it?
Mine's the 8-2.
Nice.
Have you seen the team as well that Man United fielded to win 8-2?
Yeah, was it Johnny Evans was playing centre right?
It's incredible. Come on, so many players playing out of position.
No.
Found me more!
It's a yellow, isn't it?
It's a yellow.
You've got to take it.
Another yellow card. The cards are mounting up at Old Trafford.
You've got to take the yellow there.
But this thing...
Great job.
You're happy with the yellow, Dave?
Great job.
But this thing, now both Matic and Rojo are on yellows. And
so is Lingard, I think.
Them getting sent off. Matic and Rojo
so is
have another terrible tackle them.
It's
Deserved yellow for you?
100%.
Yeah,
he knows what he's doing.
That was one player, Matic, that everyone, when he went to United, everyone was like, Chelsea are stupid to get rid of him.
Yeah, everyone said that.
Like, I was like, no.
No, I think when he first arrived at United, he was fantastic.
Yeah,
I think in the last couple of months, he's been a liability.
The first season for Chelsea, he was superb. I was like, why did we let him go all these years back? And he's come back. He was fantastic. But then he just died off. And then when he went to United, first season, unreal. And then just...
He's tailed off.
It's bizarre. I don't know if he gets like comfortable in a place and then just goes, nah.
Well, hasn't he's established himself in the team. He's like, no, I can just take it a third
That
gear.
first season at Chelsea, he was unbelievable.
Played a lot of games, didn't he, for Manchester United last season? I feel like he's not been rotated as or managed as well as maybe Jose would like to have done. I guess he's had to play more games than Jose anticipated, maybe, but he's looked like seriously immobile, hasn't he? In the last couple months at least. Probably longer.
But United don't have fantastic options there. To be honest, I mean, Fred's come in and he hasn't been fantastic.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he's had some decent moments, but he's looked a bit slow. He's looked a bit. I was expecting him to get quicker, but he just takes that third, fourth extra touch and just slows play down, and he turns the ball over a lot in midfield as well.
Yeah, it's the simplicity. Like United are not playing simple. Do you know what I mean? And I think, like I said, that's one of the reasons. That's what. Obviously, like I said, there's obviously some situation there with Pogba and Mourinho, but I think that's part and parcel why he's not in the game today as well. Just to get the ball moving and playing a lot more simple.
That situation needs to be sorted.
But then again, I suppose it goes back to the question from I can't remember who it's from, but professional as always.
Shout out to you.
Pretty much everybody said that this is Mourinho's last season. So then who?
Nathan, it was.
Who do you, Nathan? Yeah. Nathan, shout out to Nathan. Who do United replace him with?
Zinedine Zidane.
Mate, it's got to be Pochettino, mate. I don't want to hear this Zidane talk.
Can I ask an honest question, and not an biased person, but why would... Because if Real Madrid came for Poch, I'd completely understand if
he'll
he went
go
there.
as well.
Why would Pochettino go from Spurs to this Man United setup now, do you think?
It's still
such a huge risk, though.
Yeah, but it's different level,
I can't imagine... Mourinho said it in his press conference, he actually said this. He said years ago, he said Carrick was one of Spurs' players, he went to Man United. Berbatov was, he went to Man United. He went, we can't buy Kane, Alli and Eriksen now. He's basically saying... The Spurs player to go to Man United is not. There's not that same attraction.
They can buy.
So the same should that not be applied to?
No, but I think the funny thing is they can. The reality is they can because they've got the financial muscle to do it, and they still have what it takes to be able to pull the attraction to pull the players in.
I think Poch is the attraction as well, right?
Yeah.
So I get why if Poch stays and I'm Dele Alli, I don't want to leave for this Manchester United side. They're in disarray, don't have a clear philosophy, don't have a manager with a long-term future there. But if Pochettino goes to United, then I'd expect him to take a couple players with me.
But the thing is
also, I think they're still going to have the same problems because I
don't think Pochettino would want to go to Man United.
No,
but if United come knocking on the door,
because he loves Spurs so much.
Yeah,
but I think if Real Madrid come,
that's
he's
exactly
off.
my point.
If United playing devil's advocate, if United come on,
great tackle.
You like that tackle?
Fantastic, beautiful.
But that's my point. I don't know. I can't see Poch wanting to go to Man United.
If United come knocking on the door and say we're going to give you this budget, like this, however many million.
I mean, offer Poch what he ain't getting there at Tottenham.
Because his whole hump at the end of summer was that the board didn't back him.
I'm not seeing in a million years going to Man United.
The board didn't give him the money.
Yeah,
cannot see that at all.
I don't know.
First team in Premier League history to sign nobody in summer.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly got frustrations about that, but I think he's still got the same issues with Man United. That you made the point earlier that Mourinho, you had it under Van Gaal. It's just a lot of the same problems that you've got. And I think
Mourinho was given money.
He is loved at Spurs. If he went there and after a year it's not going right, and Man United fans, who incidentally were very happy when Mourinho was signed, who are now suddenly unsure with Pochettino, you then look at Pochettino's career and you think he's gone downhill rather than uphill.
But then, so what I'm asking is, do you not think Pochettino will be a success at Manchester United?
I think Pochettino will be a success anyway.
Yes, I will, but I can't imagine in a million years him wanting to leave Tottenham for Man United.
I think Zidane's a more viable option. And as a man manager, as good as a good man manager,
he's a real possibility. Exactly. Yeah, he's a real possibility.
This is the thing, you know. If you get those best players, those confidence players playing well, that team almost, you're not going to have.
But who's going to? It's the coaching. That's what I'm saying. It's the coaching. Obviously, I definitely understand what we were saying with Zidane in terms of man management, but the development of the players that we currently have and their development requires a degree of coaching. I'm not really sure that Zidane is the man coaching-wise. He's going to need to bring somebody else in.
But he also won 3 Champions Leagues in the bounce.
Well, who? Oh,
Antonio Conte.
No.
It's very defensive. I mean, I don't think you should replace a defensive coach like Mourinho with a defensive coach.
Mourinho's not a defensive coach.
I mean, in this side.
What is he right now?
Mourinho hasn't been able to coach a defence in the last 2 years.
Right, well, OK, defensively minded.
So you can bring someone in like Antonio Conte, who's got a very good...
And the second best defensive record in the Premier League.
But also
Conte will come back to England.
De Gea had a freak season, saving 14 more goals than expected. Like, your goal difference without that David De Gea gap, it looks bang average all of a sudden. I think Antonio Conte, he's come in at both Juventus, I mean, even before at Barry, at Chelsea, made instant impacts. Admittedly, he wants as much coach power as someone like Jose Mourinho.
That's got to be a penalty.
That's got to be a pen.
That's got to be a
Second
pen.
half is underway at Molyneux. Chance for Chelsea. Penalty shout, Tubes, in your game.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek squared it straight across the box. Morata's come in, he's been clattered from behind. Let's have a look, replay here.
Here's the replay.
It's a great ball, that.
No, it's not a
Penalty view. It's sort of inconclusive.
Ollie's, I don't know if that is a penalty. I've got to be...
Nah, it's not a penalty.
It's not great, is it?
I mean,
I don't know. I've seen 2 replays.
I've seen them given.
Seen them given, seen them not. Half-time whistle has gone at Wembley. 1-0 Spurs thanks to that Harry Kane goal. Tottenham 1, Southampton 0.
That's a penalty.
I would give that a pen.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is taking his
Spurs goal,
chance.
Harry Kane goal. Southampton, lots going wrong for them. Spurs yet to draw a game. They're currently 1-0 up.
Speak to the
At
shaven
the
head,
half-time stage.
Morata, the old number 1 all over. What do you think? Is he having a Britney
There's
moment?
the new gaffer watching on. Interestingly, Kelvin Davis taking caretaker charge tonight for just one game. They find themselves 1-0 down at the half-time stage. Also, the half-time whistle has just gone in our feature game as well. Is Man United 1, Arsenal 1. So, boys, let's get your take on the first half.
There's no way Ramsey comes out second half. He's so injured. Honestly, there's no way that he's going to be out. He's done. He's done. So I don't know if he actually goes for it and brings on Lacazette and just goes 4-4-2, or well, not 4-4-2, but as the 2 strikers, or if he brings on Mkhitaryan, leaving us with only one sub left.
Do you think Lacazette should have started? Because a couple of guys in the office were saying they were expecting Aubameyang and Lacazette to start.
Should have done.
Especially change the game against Spurs.
Yeah, because we haven't played well this first half.
No.
We haven't played well at all. And this
Arsenal seem to play well when you play them both together. And all the games that you've won, those two play so well together. It's interesting. And again, on the weekend, he was influential when they came at half-time.
Away from home, though.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
I understand it. I'm quite happy to be going in 1-1 because we haven't played particularly well, but I expect us to play a lot better second half.
OK, Pete, let's go to you. Loads of people getting in touch with the show. Just remind the viewers how they can get in touch and what they've been saying.
It is very easy for you guys to get in touch with me. Just tweet us at Football Daily or at SoccerAM.
I might just start watching the Chelsea game together.
With the hashtag #TheFootballSocial, or just drop your questions in the comments below. And I've seen one here from Mark Caldwell, and he has asked, what did you think of Klopp's celebration when Liverpool scored late in the derby on Sunday?
What football's all about.
And do you think an £8,000 fine was enough of a punishment for him?
I think he'd pay that happily.
Yeah.
And he'll do it again.
I love Jurgen Klopp.
The problem is, when you start throwing out punishments for... You're taking like the emotion out of the game. I don't think he meant to offend anyone. It's his raw emotion.
But at the same time, though...
Go on.
Jose Mourinho got sent to the stands and got fined here for taking one step outside of the technical area at Southampton for no reason. As in, like, he took one step.
Do you think Jose Mourinho's unfairly treated?
Yeah, but listen, Paul Merson himself said it. Merson said it himself. He's like, if it was Mourinho...
25 game ban.
Obviously that was heavily...
Exaggerated.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know what I mean? By the same token, it would be a bit more.
Yeah. So you think the punishment would have been worse if Mourinho had done it?
110% without
I personally, it's what football's about. Yeah. You know, the fact that he's so invested in that team, that meant so much to him.
I love that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I like that.
But it's got to be the same brush.
And there's also no malice in it. It's not like Adebayor running the length of the pitch and celebrating. Now that's different.
He had his eyes clearly on Alisson.
Exactly.
He's jumped on him and then gone, maybe we shouldn't have done that.
You know, apparently Klopp said he just started running.
He's brilliant.
And Alisson was just the first player he met.
The other thing, Pete, in the post-match, he straight away apologised. I didn't mean any offence. Marcus Silva said he was fine with it, so that he didn't actually offend anyone. It wasn't intent to cause harm. I think it was just the raw emotion of the moment got to him.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a 96th-minute winner against your rivals. It's
part of the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
It would have been a lot different if we ran over to the Everton fans and started giving it up. Do you know what I mean? He's just run straight to Alisson. It's brilliant. I love that. It's brilliant.
Yeah, good question.
I'd love to see Sarri do that with his little fag butt like that, right?
just putting it out or something.
Amazing.
And his big tracksuit, his oversized tracksuit.
Probably take off.
Any other questions from social?
I got a question from Jackson here from Bertra Aziz, and they have asked, will you be happy with the draw?
I think I would.
Really?
I think it would keep the unbeaten run going.
Come on, be more ambitious.
No. I think you know, we've got some pretty decent fixtures coming up now. So these are our two kind of really big ones. Obviously Spurs at home, and then Manchester United away. So if I take 4 points from that, I'd be very, very, very happy. The thing is, I don't think Arsenal are at that stage where we're not challenging for the title. Our aim, if we can get back in the top 4, we've had a fantastic season. So if
you just any progression from 6th, I think if you finish 5th, you head in the right direction.
No, I think 4th. I think we get top 4.
It's to get back in the top 4 from where they were so far off it, especially with Sarri just coming from nowhere, being able to implement that style of football straight away. Like, I'm telling you, 5th. If any progress whatsoever, I'll be happy as an Arsenal fan. I mean, it might sound desperate, but...
But at the same time, who drops out of that top 4 for you guys to make it?
Spurs.
Go on, let's do top 4 and let's have this conversation, because a lot of the top teams are playing tonight. Are we all in agreement we think Man City are...
City, Liverpool.
Chelsea.
Chelsea, Arsenal.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you think, Dave?
United.
No, seriously, what do you think?
I'm serious, mate. United getting that 4th spot.
You know Man United are closer to 20th than
It don't matter. That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything right now.
What a strike, Southampton! How's he missed that?
Idiot!
It's a replay.
It's a replay.
Half-time stage.
Still, though. How's he missed
3 games that are live and one that's 15 minutes behind.
That's worrying on 2 levels. One, that A, that isn't live, and B, that you missed that 22 minutes ago, apparently, I'm being told that happened.
Mate, I once did that.
It was a great strike, though, wasn't it?
In my drinking days.
There's a follow-up.
In my drinking days, I once did that in a pub in front of everyone like that. I was just like that, and I looked at it. It was a replay. At half-time, they're doing the analysis. I'm going... Everyone's just gone.
How did they react?
Just like that. He's not right, that.
No, but seriously, Man United getting top 4.
Do you think they are?
I didn't see Southampton miss the absolute sitter. Who was it as well? Gabbiadini.
Morata, what are you doing, mate?
I personally think United are
Gabbiadini
the 6th best team in this league.
Oh, no, he's up originally.
I don't think they deserve it.
It's a
But I think they'll get it.
Yeah.
But on current form, where are they picking up those results?
Armstrong. It was Armstrong.
Other than Juventus, they've struggled to get any results, and they were so lucky against Juventus as well.
Yeah.
United aren't grinding out results. They're
Chance for Wolves. They're pinning for a penalty, not given.
He's got a booking, then.
James, talk us through that, Chance.
One word, dive.
He's like, get the cards out.
Chelsea straight down the other end. That's a
They
cynical
are
foul.
really getting stuck into Hazard.
Yeah.
Go on.
They are.
Go on, William.
Willian straight down the other end. Wolves with the penalty appeal. Chelsea straight down the other end. Willian in the box.
Yeah.
I think he's a good player.
No nonsense.
Go on, use your pace, Fabregas.
Mate. This is Mkhitaryan's warming up.
Mkhitaryan.
I knew it would be coming on.
Coming on.
Ramsey. Yeah,
Do you expect that to be Ramsey?
Yeah, it's 100%. He had a... He kind of picked up...
Keeping out Naby Keita there. Liverpool starting to knock at the door, starting to get a little bit more interesting at Turf Moor.
Liverpool need to win that.
Have to win. Have to win, especially.
And another save again from Joe Hart, who pretty much every time I look at his numbers has made 9 saves in each game and still shipped 3 goals. So I feel for him this season. Demarai Gray coming on for Leicester. And that was for Ian Nacho.
No, Demarai Gray.
Yeah, it's cross. Joe Hart. Fantastic.
Joe Hart interesting because he did more Premier League goals against Liverpool than any other team. 33 goals.
Is that Joe Hart? Is he like a Burnley player, or is he still is he official?
Yeah, they signed him for I think around 5 million. But it's weird at Burnley because they have 3 #1 goalkeepers, don't they? Tom Heaton and Nick Pope. Yeah. So I think that won't be the case probably from January or from the summer onwards.
Heaton?
I think Pope's got to be their long-term goalkeeper.
Pope's the best for
the
me.
Right age. Last season was absolutely fantastic, but I mean, Heaton's probably one of their few players that's worth a bit of money. So maybe they can.
Yeah.
Mkhitaryan did score against Man United
turnover
last season at Old Trafford. Made it 1-1 before Fellaini came on.
Loftus-Cheek has done himself a lot of favours tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who's he coming instead of? Sorry.
Kovacic or Barkley.
Do you think Kovacic... I mean, he's likely to... Madrid will probably want him back, given the age of that midfield.
Yeah. He's a tidy player, Kovacic.
So do you think we'll start to see him be phased out towards the end of the season? Now that Sarri's actually got Chelsea playing the way he wants them to.
Loftus-Cheek carries on like this, 100%.
Well, it's kind of like an embarrassment of riches at Chelsea at the minute, because Barkley, when he's played, has been decent.
Fantastic. Been a top.
So you've essentially got 5 properly good centre mids.
Would you rather re-sign Kovacic or just accept that Ruben Loftus-Cheek will probably fare better elsewhere instead of having limited minutes once more? Oh, Burnley have scored!
Burnley against Liverpool!
Massive!
Massive goal!
Absolutely huge.
Come on, Burnley!
going crazy.
Come on, Burners.
Burners. Chris, talk us through this big goal for Burnley.
Dave really hedging his bets there in case he doesn't get to celebrate anything else.
Hey, mate, I celebrated in the first half. What are you talking about?
Moving forward tonight. Jack Cork scoring.
Here we go.
From a corner and... Is it poor keeper?
It's
definitely poor keeper.
Pinball action, mate. Absolute pinball action in there. Look at that.
Someone flashes across.
Hit the triggers.
I think he reacts OK, but it goes back into danger. I'm not sure. Is that Tarkowski with the original header? And a scrappy goal, as you'd expect from Burnley, scoring just by hook or by crook. Does he have two hands on it here?
Oh, no, he wasn't full. It's like, it wasn't.
I think he might have had the ball kicked out of his hands there, lads.
Yeah,
contentious, but Jack Cork will take it.
I'll take it.
Sean Dyche's 300th league game as a manager. They're without a win in 7 Premier League games, taking just 1 point from the last 6. So it's a dreadful run of form for Burnley. Liverpool, of course, one of the 2 unbeaten sides in the Premier League this season with Man City. It is 1-0 Burnley at Turf Moor. Cheeky Sport Dave is very happy about
it's glorious, absolute glorious stuff. Liverpool loss is fantastic for me in any circumstance.
I mean, I love Jurgen Klopp, but when I saw that front 3 today, I'm not saying they're bad players.
Yeah.
I was like, why has he changed that?
Yeah.
Burnley are not playing well this season, but they are still going to Turf Moor. It's not easy. I'm surprised he changed the team. Massively.
I mean, this is a Burnley side that shipped 29 shots to Crystal Palace. I mean, if you're Daniel Sturridge or Xherdan Shaqiri there, you're fighting for a place in this team.
Oh!
And you
big chance.
Kante make an impact as well.
Oh, Kante. Good strike from Kante, that just wide.
So going back to our earlier question, would you rather re-sign Kovacic and have to sell Ruben Loftus-Cheek or vice versa?
Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek all day long for me, mate. I honestly think he's going to be a top quality player for the next 10 years. I think he's brilliant. I think he's got everything. I think once he understands the way Sarri wants him to play, you know, with the tracking back and the attack, I think it's going to be brilliant.
I also think people don't give him enough credit for how technical he is, because he's a big bloke.
Brilliant.
But he's got fantastic feet.
But that's what I said to... Well, I did name drop, but I did an interview with him. And I said, what about centre-forward? I think he could be a brilliant centre-forward. He's strong, he's quick, he can hold the ball up, his touch is amazing, and he can finish.
Yeah.
I don't, you know...
Oh, imagine that. Sarri testing him out as a centre-forward. I'd
love to give it a go.
Did it with Dries Mertens.
He's quick. I don't know what... I think it would work. Let me know if you do at home.
Yeah, let us know in the comments section what you think of that.
Revolutionary stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, very, very rigorous warm-up over there by
very extensive warm-up with Mkhitaryan. And Spurs players are back out at Wembley. There is Harry Kane, man of the moment, 1-0 up, Tottenham. Still at Wembley Stadium, of course. No update as to yet of when we are going to move stadium, but the least said about that, the better. Still 1-0 Spurs, and players are coming out the tunnel as well in our feature game. Mkhitaryan with a really extensive warm-up.
Yep.
Looks like it's going to be the only sub from those 2 games. And Dave, Jackson, you're pretty happy about that sub. You sort of called that you think Ramsey's not had his...
Oh, no!
Game. Wolves have scored! Big goal! Tubes, talk us through it extensively, please. What happened, Tubes?
Wolves scored.
Thanks, Tubes. It is Wolves 1, Chelsea 1. Looks like it's Raul Jimenez. We're just waiting for a replay. Molineux is going crazy. I have to say, it looks like it's been all Chelsea.
It really has
been all Chelsea. Kante's had another chance.
This is why we need to be more clinical up top.
Just having a look at the replay now.
That's what you said about Morata, isn't it? He's not
nice pass. Goalkeeping again. There's been a few keeper errors tonight.
That's not great from Alonso either, is it?
No.
Not great from Alonso. And they're keeping... Another keeper error. There's seen quite a few keeper errors tonight.
There's Alonso's positioning there as well.
And that is one that Kepa will not be happy about at all. It's a tidy finish from Raul Jimenez, but he drills it straight underneath Kepa, and Wolves are going crazy. 1-1.
Too many chances missed again. This game should have been put to bed.
Punished.
Look at Nuno. Another man you've interviewed.
Yeah, another man you love.
Oh, he didn't like me now. I don't like him now. No, we said it. I think we said it before on it. He doesn't like media, so he might not like me either. I don't know, but he just.
At least he doesn't like media, not just you. So that's...
Imagine if he just said that. I just don't like you. Cheers, next. How are we drawing this?
And it's second half is underway at Spurs Southampton as well. So all of the second halves currently underway, except for our feature game, still in the tunnel. 1-1, Man United versus Arsenal. Get your questions into us, Football Daily and Soccer MP. What have you got for us in Social Corner?
Mourinho looks like an absolute hitman right now. Wearing
I know.
Wearing a black turtleneck.
With a turtleneck and an overcoat. Yeah, I know, right? just moving.
Trying to psych Emery out. There is a question here for Tubes from Menez18, and they've asked, what do you make of the dramatic improvement in Bakayoko's form in Milan?
I haven't taken much notice.
I mean, dramatic's a bit much. He's had 3 or 4 decent games,
I heard Gattuso wanted to cut the loan short a few months back, a few weeks back. I haven't really.
What about Batshuayi? Did you want to hold on to him?
Yes,
I think he's a very useful centre forward. It's pretty weird that you let him go this season.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think the way he's been treated at Chelsea is pretty poor.
Yeah.
Comes back for a pre-season, scores a few goals.
Off the
bar. On loan again. Could do with him tonight.
Yeah, he'd be ideal backup as a backup striker in this scenario, wouldn't he? But
I mean, what more can he do?
The one with Bakayoko, I think he's playing.
He's much more mobile than you.
He's playing Serie A, and it's a lot slower tempo. Yeah. He struggled.
He was so poor.
But he plays.
He was so bad.
You know, in Milan as well, they play with a 4 in midfield now, so it's slightly easier. I suppose he plays with a 2 rather than playing in a 3 with Chelsea. Where you have to be a little bit more disciplined, maybe a little bit more likely to be overrun if you're going up against 4.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably benefited him playing with more.
And plus, he would not get 1 minute of under Sarri. He would not have in one bit. So I can't see him coming back to Chelsea, to be honest.
He's also a bit of a weird character.
Is he? Do you know him personally?
From nights down the pub, he's just odd bloke.
Fair play.
Come on, Arsenal. Come on, Spurs.
All right.
Mate.
Should we actually swap?
Chance for Spurs. Should have made it 2-0, but didn't. Interesting price is on your screen right now. Courtesy of Sky Bet. Martial to score a brace. Was 7-2. You can now get that at 9-2. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply.
Come on. These are games.
Go! Liverpool, it's that man, Jimbo Slice at it again, Mr. Reliable, bringing them back into the tie. Jimbo Slice, mate, he's the man, and it wasn't a penalty. It was from open play, I can report. Obviously, they're normally Jimmy Milner's speciality, but let's have a look here.
Go for Wolves! Wow, Chris Hamilton!
Oh, my days!
What's the Liverpool goal?
Let me quickly explain the Liverpool goal before we go to Tubes.
No,
OK, so they've worked it well in the box, and... Oh, Milner, lovely finish into the bottom right from the edge of the box. I think that's a good pick out from Danny Sturridge. Or, no, it's not. It is Divock Origi. And that is a cultured finish.
Good finish from
James Milner. Like a fine wine. So over to you.
Interestingly, James Milner, on that note, scored in 49 different Premier League games. Never been on the losing side ever. That is a Premier League record. He scored 50 Premier League goals in 49 different Premier League games. Never, ever has he been on the losing side when he scored. Goal for Wolves at Chelsea. Tubes, what happened at Molineux?
Clear foul.
Willian. But why has he stopped?
I don't know. And they've carved us open again. No one marked.
Where's the marking?
Either one of them could have taken that.
That's so bad.
Corner?
It's very poor defensively from Chelsea. Straight across the face of goal.
I mean,
who's that?
Who's that?
Is that Rudiger at the back post?
It's just passed straight across the face of goal. It's open goal.
Yeah.
Should be a corner.
I mean, one, we should have put this game to bed in the first 45.
Dangerous free kick here for Tottenham, Smithy.
Yeah. So it's Chelsea 1, Wolves 2. All Chelsea first half. And Diego Jota hasn't scored in a while, but he makes it 2-1. Big result for Wolves.
I think that's Isaac.
Chance for Spurs, free kick. Go on.
Oh, Rasper. Was that
Ericsson or Trips? It looked like Ericsson.
Iosi Perez has just come on for Hayden as well. And that's about it for Everton Newcastle. Back to the Tottenham game. That was Ericsson. Kind of cross-come shot, I guess.
Save. Corner for Burnley. Interesting, Diego Jota having the worst run without a goal for his club, but he's just scored to give Wolves the lead against Chelsea. Goals going in everywhere. Our feature game has just restarted. Cheeky Sport Dave, 3 minutes into that game, how have United started in the second half?
I think Arsenal have had the more cut chances during the second half.
Spurs! Yes! Come on!
The second time of asking Brazilian winger Lucas Moura wraps it up.
Yes! Come on, you Spurs!
This looks like a comfortable victory for you boys now. Hasenhüttl has a job on his hands here, doesn't he? Because defensively, still pretty fragile.
So it's a corner, it's not beat the first man, it's been kneed back into danger, and Lucas Moura's just had 2 bites at the cherry, Smith. And
good finish.
You know,
who's at the front post? Got the foot.
Murray's just come off for Chelsea.
There we go.
Olivier Giroud is just coming on for Chelsea. Big goal for Spurs. As things stand, Spurs go from 5th to 3rd with that goal. If things stay the same, Chelsea are trailing at Molineux 2-1. Arsenal are 1-0 at Old Trafford. Spurs are 2-0 up at Southampton. So very tight
it's
up there.
All going well for you so far.
All going well so far, but we know what football's like. It could go any way, Chiggy Sport Day.
It could do, and hopefully it's going Man United.
Still 1-1 in our feature game. Interestingly, Arsenal have only scored more than once in 3 of the last 39 away league games against Man United. And every time they have, they've lost 4-2, 3-2 and
8-2.
8-2. You like me with that. And also, today's Anthony Martial's 23rd birthday, and he becomes the second Man United player to score a Premier League goal on his birthday. Can you guess who the other player was?
Is it Ruud van Nistelrooy?
No, it's not, but it's
just another famous
Man United player.
With a birthday.
Is it Eric Cantona?
It's not Eric Cantona.
Lukaku.
No,
it's not Lukaku. Scored a lot of goals for Man United.
Is it Wayne Rooney?
Yes, it is.
Wayne!
October 2004, also against
Arsenal!
There we go.
What have you done here? Come on, clear your line, Leno.
Right. Klopp's just had, you know, someone on the blower saying, listen, it's all going Tottenham's way. Get Bobby Firmino on, get Salah on. He's put the big guns on now, for sure. And now that man who often is the creator for Mohamed Salah is on the pitch as well in Bobby Firmino. So I expect Liverpool to probably, you know, take the lead within 10 minutes. Who's down on the pitch for Mark Albright? Sharky Mark's down. I think he's taken a bit of a low blow there from Le Marchand. Shout out to Le Marchand. Anyone's second name is not with the...
Come on, a professional football player.
No, he's susceptible to that. I've seen him do that a few times.
All right, Mkhitaryan is not quite well at all.
In this football socials, just round up the goals because we're going to go on every single game. Burnley 1, Liverpool 1, Jack Cork on 54, James Milner equalised on 62. It's Everton 1, Newcastle 1. Rondon getting the goal that Richarlison... Who's in? Man United, and it's cleared. Fulham 1, Leicester 0. Kamara on the 42nd minute. Wolves have come from behind to lead against Chelsea 2-1. Ruben Loftus-Cheek after 18 minutes. Raul Jimenez and Diego Jota, 2 goals in 4 minutes give Wolves the lead against Chelsea. It's Man United 1, Arsenal 1 in our feature game. Anthony Martial cancelling out, should I say, Shkodran Mustafi's goal after 26 minutes. And Tottenham lead Southampton at Wembley 2-0. Harry Kane and Lucas Moura has just scored. Chance for Man United. Dave, ball whipped in.
Eric Bailly was doing some defending.
Fantastic.
Goals galore.
This looks like a pretty serious injury to Mark Albright. Currently being, well, I think he'll be substituted off for a Bora. Okazaki coming on as well. Not clear who for at this point. But yeah, Sharky Mark down and out in this game.
Celtic are 1-0 up at Motherwell. Chris
Goal for Spurs!
Come on! Here comes the sun. Shooting sun makes it 3-0.
Oh, Tyson Fury's at the game, mate.
Yes, we saw it last time.
Right, let's have a look.
Spurs.
No, before we go back to that Celtic score, because I'm sure the neutral are screaming out for us to get back to Scottish football, let's have a look at the Tottenham goal.
Talk us through it, Hamill.
I mean, it looked from pretty close range. Son has deserved the goal in this game. He's threatened for out. I think Kane with the assist, maybe, Smithy.
Yeah.
Pretty poor pass. Again, going back to what we're saying about Southampton defensively, despite having good defensive personnel.
Oh, what a ball from Kane.
It's
easy.
It's easy. Harry Kane put it across the 6-yard box.
It's more crap defending for Southampton, to be honest.
It is, and they've got Ryan Bertrand, they've got Westerveld, they've got good defensive players, but...
That's an absolute ranch, isn't it?
Oh. Great pass from Harry Kane. Son
he takes it well.
Miss from there. It's a goal from Son. Spurs 3-0 up against Southampton.
Oh!
Charles,
come on! On your feet! Oh!
Hello.
It is all going on. There's goals galore on the football socials tonight. Get your questions to us at Football Daily, at Soccer M. Pete Dorman, what have you got for us on the social?
I'm occupied, mate.
OK.
Nathan Blow.
Oh, Firmino's just scored! Oh, Burnley. We knew it was going to happen.
We'll get a question in a minute. Chris Hamill, talk us through Burnley's conceding against Liverpool.
Right, well, I was just, you know, Everton just made a double substitution, Bernard and Walcott coming on, and I caught the Liverpool goal in the corner of my eye. We're going to revisit it now. It was a deep free kick from 30-odd yards. It looks to be onside, got to the back post, and that's a very well-worked goal. Who's put that back across? Clipped in there. I think that was Alexander-Arnold. Firmino
Right man, right time. Is that Van Dijk with the ball
Virgil
back across? Virgil van Dijk with 2 assists in 2 games now, of course. So a creator as well as an absolute destroyer. What a guy. Oh, Redmond just hit the ball for Southampton as well, Smithy. So, you know, despite being 3 goals to the good, let's keep one eye on old Nathan. Good player. Replay coming in now. Was it a Lloris save or did it hit the bar? Or did he tip it onto the bar? Taking up that wide position.
Oh, it's a deflection.
No, it's a slight deflection that's lifted onto the crossbar. But that's as good as it's got for Southampton tonight. Theo Walcott coming on for Everton, looking to add a bit of attacking impetus down that right-hand side. What's going on in Wolves? Chelsea, Tubes look any more likely to get the equaliser?
Do you know what, Hamill? They look the better team now.
Wolves do?
Yeah, and unbelievably. I mean, I think, honestly, we need to sign a striker in January.
Come on, you're quicker than him.
What, is he just not making it stick now?
Come on, Eric! That's defending!
The worst thing what happened to us is getting Diego Costa, in my opinion. Diego Costa was the man. And like, we had so many chances first half to finish off, and the Morata one there, was it a penalty, was it not? But that's Diego Costa, he's running and he's clattering everyone. He's not thinking about the person.
What I don't understand is how a manager can just text and being like, nah, you're done. Like, nah.
What a ridiculous thing.
Not this year.
That was like,
what?
Yeah. Or next year.
Yeah. A player as good as him as well.
You know, it's just so frustrating. We play lovely stuff, but you can't put the ball in the net. It doesn't mean anything.
I'd actually, maybe a little bit controversially, rather have, Batshuayi this season than Diego Costa. He does not age particularly well at Atletico Madrid, mate. His shot numbers are really poor. He's probably having less than Iheanacho at Leicester, and I highlighted how few he was having earlier. But Batshuayi was great for Sevilla. He's had a solid season with Valencia so far. Brilliant for Dortmund, and he can get you a goal in the dying embers of the game. And you just, who have you got now? Come on, is Pedro?
Giroud.
Yeah,
Pedro's come on already.
Pedro's come on.
Nicely held up by Marcus Rashford. Nicely held up. Nicely held up by Marcus Rashford. Come on, swing it. Come on. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Great.
What are you waiting for?
55 minutes in. Man United won.
Hello, Leicester.
Man United.
Get in the Foxes.
Go on. For Leicester, Chris Hamill.
James Maddison, he's been the man for Leicester this season since he came back from suspension. 2 goals in 2 games. He's been their goal scorer. He's been their creator. That man in number 10 since he moved from Norwich has been well worth the 23 mil. And I'm not sure how this fell to him back post, but he's tucked it away nicely. And to be honest, this Leicester side need to be beating Fulham if they have any hopes, any aspirations of Europa League football. Okazaki was that with the assist, just coming on. Picking out James Maddison at that post. Okazaki skipped away well there. No one watching Maddison's run. He's quite an elusive player, but Okazaki fooling 2 players there. I'm not quite sure what the right-back's doing either.
He's had a great season, James Maddison.
James Maddison, well played, young man.
Ball's lifted in. Tubes. Gibbs White has just come off. He made his Premier League debut. We've seen him impress in other games against Spurs, against Arsenal. He started today. He's just come off. How's he been playing for Wolves?
Get Hudson-Odoi.
He looked decent.
Quality player,
very good. Quick feet, great ability, great passing. Don't know why they're taking him off, to be fair.
You sound really sad now, It's making me sad.
I'm gutted. Like, it absolutely ruins me. Especially when you've dominated the first half.
And it did look all Chelsea first half. But like you said, it's been quite open since Wolves have scored the second. And it's a corner for Chelsea now. As Man United making main game. United seems to have started the second half well, Dave. You happy with how it started?
Listen, to be honest with you, Manchester United have actually had a pretty good game so far. As in, like, you know, the tweets I was receiving earlier on today was like, oh, you're not going to get battered, you're going to get trashed, it's going to be a 6-something. Nah, listen, they've come out to play some good football. It's just that we haven't been clinical in front of goal. Just decision-making in the final third. Yeah. We get that a bit more tighter. We will be nice.
And there's a prize piece on your screen now. Aubameyang to score the 3rd goal of the match was 13-2. That is now 15-2 with our mates at Sky Bet. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang instantly scored with each of his last 10 shots on target in the Premier League. He's also the Premier League's top goal scorer with 10 goals. 20 goals in 27 Premier League games for Arsenal. 103.6 minutes per goal ratio, best in the league. 83 goals his last 100 games. He is a man on form. And it's a chance for Man United.
This is as nice as I've seen United move the ball in a while.
Honest, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're not holding on to the ball, which is brilliant. That's what I'm saying. They're just moving the ball very, very quickly. Marcus Rojo with a brilliant shot outside the box.
with a hell of a kick there. Oh, Theo Walcott taking too many touches. And it's petered out. Probably wasn't worth coming to the Everton Newcastle game.
Oh,
my bad.
Free kick for Southampton. Warren. Oh! Whoa! Is it goal for Southampton? No, it's not.
James Ward-Prowse, great delivery there.
Corner for Man United.
Oh, it's bumping in the back. Oh,
what? They're pinning for handball. That's all going on. Goals galore in the Football Social. Pete, we haven't been to you in Social Corner for a while.
Nice defending. Brilliant. Oh, mate, I'm happy with that.
Okay, so defending.
Oh, listen, I'm telling you, Arsenal was on the break. Pierre, I don't think that was Aubameyang out there, holding on to the ball, waiting for the Arsenal players to come up. Brilliant defending there by Diogo Dalot. Again. Yeah, showing his class. Beautiful.
Youngster,
Pete Gordon, sorry.
How did he manage to get on the golden boy, like, to the final 10 as well when he's played about 500 minutes of football in the last 2 years, Diego Dalot? See that? It's crazy, man. Yeah, he got the last 10 shortlist for golden boy.
As soon as he signed for United, all I heard was how good he was at whipping in a cross. And he took about 20 minutes to whip one in there.
Sorry, Pete, we will go to you now. Social Corner, what are people saying?
Nathan Blowers has asked, do you think Alexis Sanchez is regretting going to Manchester United?
Yes.
Well, not his bank isn't. He's the tax man.
One goal in 16 appearances for Man United.
Yeah.
It just hasn't worked out for him one bit, has it?
It happens sometimes. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it goes like that, you know. But
it's happening for most attacking players at United.
It's costing us quite a bit of money.
Patrick Van Aanholt scored more goals in 2018 than Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what a fullback he is, right?
Yeah. But Patrick Van Aanholt didn't knock Spurs out of the FA Cup.
Hey! Really good. Cool one.
So I suppose, what does Sanchez do now?
Mate.
Come on, get him up the pitch.
I feel for Sanchez, and I think another coach can get a lot better out of him.
Go on. You're going to see the best of Sanchez again.
Go on.
100%.
Yeah.
But he hasn't got time. He hasn't got time. He's got to pick
someone out there. Sorry, I think he'd be insane.
Yeah.
He also has so many miles in his legs.
He
barely stopped up until now.
Do you think if he'd have gone to City, you'd be seeing a different Alexis Sanchez?
Yes, definitely.
If Man City had signed Alexis Sanchez, playing for Pep Guardiola, would we be seeing?
I also don't think they would have signed Riyad Mahrez then, and I think they've been quite fortuitous there because Riyad Mahrez is probably faring.
Been brilliant.
Better.
So you think they would prefer Mahrez to Sanchez? Go on, pick someone out!
Chance for Arsenal! Oh!
Brilliant.
That's the way.
Brilliant.
Worked out well for him. In that regard.
Someone out here. He's just done nothing.
Dave, can Unai Emery be proactive? Can he make any substitutions right now?
Well, he's only got one left. He's only got one left. I don't know. It's half an hour left. I think maybe give it another 5. Oh, we've got another player down injured. We have so many injuries today. It's ridiculous.
Talking of injuries, Kurt Zuma currently hobbling off, partnering Yerry Mina at the moment.
Here comes Lacazette now. He's just getting final instructions.
Chance for Chelsea! Oh! Tubes!
Hazard just over the bar. Thunderous shot.
He looked a bit quiet.
Wolves just got 11 men behind the ball now and defending, rightfully so. And they're trying to catch us on the break. But we shouldn't really be in this position. I'm very upset.
Good hit.
That was a very good shot.
Chelsea lost just one of their last 13 away league games against promoted sides, winning 10. They've got a good record against promoted sides, though it was their last match against promoted side. Newcastle losses, and that they did lose. They've not lost consecutive away games against promoted sides since December 1999.
Coming off.
Currently 2-1 Wolves in that game. Not long to go either.
How long's left, you know?
You're on 77 minutes, Chelsea game.
Yeah, 15 minutes before.
It was on before.
There's people dropping like flies in these games, and this is the start of that winter period of players.
Martial's done his hamstring.
In the 79th minute, Tubes, you're in that
Frickin'
game.
heck. Martial off.
Anthony Martial, come on, this is a blow for Man United.
Massive.
Anthony Martial, what happened there, Dave?
A challenge. Stretched out his hamstring. And he got Lukaku.
United didn't need to sign more physios.
Mate.
Lukaku coming on, was having his worst run without a goal for United before he scored on the weekend, 12 games before that, but Lukaku comes on to replace the injured Martial. Does that look serious, do you think? Is that a long-term injury, or is it...
I think that's why they're taking him off, just in case. Yeah. But the physio was just like, he's done.
Oh, come on.
Dave Mkhitaryan, Dave Jackson coming on.
He's done
at half-time. He's done anything?
He's done nothing.
Nothing at all?
No.
Okay.
By looks of it, I see, like I said, it's warming up. I think he's ready to come on. But we haven't started playing yet. You know, like despite having a few half chances, we haven't actually created anything. So things can only get better. So
things
can only.
Who came on for Martial?
Lukaku.
Here comes Lacazette now in the 63rd minute of that game.
Oh my God, we've had an iconic moment in the Everton-Newcastle game. Who is that defender on the floor, salmoning along the floor? He's gone full Phil Jones, trying to tackle him with his head. I think it's Shaw, and then he's handballed it out and got away with it. Bernard is absolutely livid, the little Brazilian. That will be a gif in about 30 seconds, and it'll be well worth retweeting. That was an absolute piece of genius from the Newcastle defender, and that is the most excited I've been all night. What an absolute maverick that guy is.
And it's a shot.
I really hope you boys get to see the replay of that. That was truly fantastic.
Yeah, let us know when it comes up.
I might just get it up on the phone now.
It's been done. It's been.
You'll enjoy it big time.
Come on. So we've got two up top now. He's got Lacazette and Aubameyang on the pitch.
Are you pushing for? Are you proper going for the win, or are you sitting back for a draw?
Arsenal, I feel well. It's not really two up front. He's put Aubameyang onto the left and then Mkhitaryan on the right with Lacazette through the middle. So it's not like how we were against Spurs.
Right. Okay.
So he's probably a little bit more cautious.
Aubameyang on the left.
Yeah, he kind of puts him out wide. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not. Well, we'll see.
Bit of a lack of quality in these games. Do you think players are just starting to get a little bit tired?
I was actually just thinking about Arsenal. We do look a little bit leggy.
Bit jaded, obviously, games.
Because they put an awful lot into that. To like the game
on Sunday. Most of the foreign managers vehemently against this schedule, aren't they? I think if there's a game where if you was to offer me a point now, I'd definitely take it. I've just had a mental slip. Does the winter... sorry...
2019.
Next year, right, OK. They get a rest next year, a la, the Bundesliga, which they should.
Come on. Leno,
Leno, quite an unorthodox catch, wasn't it? He's sliding out of the box, but he did pick it up inside.
Come on then, Chelsea.
Another injury.
He's struggling.
Not on her, is it?
And we've used all our subs. So
I swear you wouldn't miss him. If he left, no, you wouldn't miss him.
If they're down to 10 men?
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't miss him. You probably win.
Looks like he's really struggling here, Dave.
We've had so many.
You made all your substitutions.
We've used all our substitutions, yeah.
So he's going to have to carry. It's really limping. Mustafi is limping a lot in this game.
Just time to get on with it.
It looks like if they had the opportunity on the side, Arsenal would make it. Dave, words for Mustafi. What would you like to say?
He's got 25 minutes left. He's got 25 minutes to.
Yes, actually.
He's got a lot of time.
Well, I think one of the few well, not few. That's harsh. But one of the redeemable features about Mustafi is he's a player who just gets on with it.
Yeah.
So he does put his body on the line.
His form's not been too bad recently.
Yeah, I don't mind him. I think he's a little bit harshly treated, but...
He scored the goal as well.
Hello! Joe Hart double save, getting back in the England setup. And then a block. And oh, goodness, a very audacious little effort there. It's off the line, Phil Bardsley. You know, he can attack and defend. This guy's got it all, really. OK, so Liverpool started to pepper Burnley's goal now. Joe Hart making two saves. You'd expect us to make the first one better than the follow-up. Heroic defending. Burnley are good at getting bodies in between the ball, I guess, and opportunities. And that's, mesmeric clearance there.
Chance for Fulham.
Bardsley. What a guy.
What a guy.
So let's see if he can get it past the front post. I mean, it's the only way to describe Phil Bardsley.
It's lovely. I love it.
What?
Marouane Zidane's getting warmed up.
Marouane Zidane.
Come on.
Oh, come on, what are you doing?
Come on.
What are you doing?
Come on.
John Lacazette. Don't do it.
Yeah! Get 10! Get 10!
What a strange goal!
Gets in there.
Talk us through it.
That goal is jokes.
Talk us through it. It's probably another mistake from Man United player.
It is. Marcus Rojo just passes the ball.
He's been so good as well.
It's a dreadful goal
Lacazette.
from a Man United perspective.
They've had a handling with it.
Arsenal's goal.
Red Army! Oh, it's not the greatest goal, but we will take it.
This would be back-to-back.
Individual errors. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
Just get.
What are you doing?
I suppose love all that now, don't I?
Man United have had a big hand in both of Arsenal's goals. And it's just rolled into... I mean, it's what a strange...
Did he score it? Did he score it as well?
Because it has it. He gets tackled. It's rolled into the back of the net.
And he kicks it into Lacazette's foot. Oh, no, he doesn't. He just takes him out.
Unai Emery's red and white army, mate. Here we go.
I mean, if...
Man United 1, Arsenal 2. Arsenal fans
Lacazette watch that go in from under Eric Bailly's bum.
And Lacazette is down still, isn't he? Because he crushed him.
Well, we'll go to 10.
I reckon that was a penalty.
Quick question, why is Christensen starting this game? Just a bit of rotation.
I don't know, is the answer.
Instead of David Luiz?
What are you doing?
Johnson! Come on! It's Jesse! Come on!
I didn't even see that.
Straight back in! Oh my days!
Arsenal just scored straight down the other end. We're still seeing a replay as it's glorious. The box. We didn't see any build-up because they're still showing a replay. Arsenal to make it 2-1 at Old Trafford. And Jesse Lingard has just equalised. It must be a minute after.
Messi Lingard.
Arsenal's
Look at that.
From kickoff.
Straight from kickoff.
Dave, tell us about it.
Oh, mate, I'll tell you about it as soon as I see it, mate. Straight from kickoff. Who's that? Marcus Rojo. Marcus Rojo with a peach of a ball. Lukaku.
Peach of a
ball. Look. Oh, hold on. What was it? Oh, my God. It's a mistake by Arsenal. Oh, my days. Gift to gift. Hey, you would have thought it was Christmas, mate. Come on.
And it's a good finish from Jesse Lingard.
Who just said peach of a ball on the sofa? Is that you? That's a Sunday League ball.
Mate, it was a peach of a ball, mate. Glorious.
I came down with snow on it.
Oh, mate.
They are two of the worst goals I've seen in a long time.
And Arsenal the attack again.
It's gifted.
Not again, surely. Wow. What a game we are witnessing on the football social. Get your comments to us.
It's the season.
Pete Dorman, we're going to have to go to very soon. We've just seen 2 goals in quick succession. It's Arsenal 2. What are people saying on social media?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's blowing up.
What a time for Fellaini to come on, by the way.
What a time.
Make yourself the hero. Just sharpening up his elbows.
Man United fans, Arsenal fans, get in touch with us at Soccer M, at Football Daily with the hashtag the Football Social. Pete, what are people
There's
saying?
a few questions about people asking who's going to make a difference here, who's going to score the winner for either side.
That was so cheap! So was yours, mate. So were both your goals.
Oh my God.
What are we saying? Who's going to score the winner?
Who's going to score the winner?
Making a difference here?
Statman Dave? Dave Jackson? Sorry.
Lacazette's going to get the winner.
Lacazette.
Listen, it's got to be Marouane Zidane.
Marouane Zidane.
The one and only.
Take the ball.
I mean, did you see the way they kicked off? Clearly their game plan is from here on in.
It works, though.
Yeah.
Pump it to Fellaini. Do I really have to watch the rest of Burnley Liverpool?
1 minute 14 seconds between the 2 goals.
That's crazy.
And it's still open.
Take your time.
Don't take it. No! Steve! Big
David De Gea.
David De Gea!
Gosh, how is it?
Oh! Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh
my God.
Get away.
Big save from David De Gea. Still, Man United 2, Arsenal 2. Get your comments in, Pete. Get
What a game.
comments in very soon.
What a game!
The defending is absolutely
Tubes, what's going on in your game? You haven't been to your game in a while.
Wolves, 11 men behind the ball still, and we can't break them down.
Oh my God, Arsenal!
It is all going on. Mkhitaryan with a chance to score against his former club. Lucas Moura is coming off for Sissoko
It's the one man you
for
want.
Tottenham against Southampton. They still need 3-0. It's still 1-1. Everton, Newcastle. Everton on the attack, and it leads to nothing. And Arsenal nearly making it 3-2. But David De Gea with a good save. It's still 2-2 in our feature game. Wolves lead 2-1 at Molineux against Chelsea. Oh, it's all going on.
It is happening.
All going on.
It's the man you want as well.
Connor Cody for Wolves has been unbelievable.
Has he?
Yeah. Apart from the own goal, sort of, which wasn't... The geezer deserves an England call-up, I think. Connor Cody.
We're in the last few minutes of the 7:45 kickoffs. Just there's 4 games that are in 7:45. Spurs, Southampton and Man United against Arsenal, the 2 8 o'clock kickoffs. So Wolves, let's go to Tubes for this. There's about 5 minutes left in your game.
Come on, Chelsea.
Chelsea showing any chances of getting
Not
back into
really.
it?
Fabregas had a half chance. We're playing pretty stuff, but we're not... when we get up in the final third, we're not creating. Like we did the first half, and we should have taken our chances.
So is it unfair to kind of label this...
Big double save from Lloris. Southampton with a big chance there.
You know, the players that have come in, are they still doing a decent job?
Yeah, Loftus-Cheek's been fantastic.
Cesc Fabregas, OK?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Like...
Ineffectiveness in the final third?
Morata, he just hasn't played well again tonight. Now we've got Giroud on, but, they're 2-1 up and they've got 11 men behind the ball, so...
Yeah.
It's like, we need to...
Ref, he's all over him!
We need to sign a centre forward.
Football's big man's game.
Crazily, Wolves have been so inconsistent this season. Great against Spurs, unlucky not to get anything from that.
Yes!
Drew with Arsenal.
Oh!
Drew with Man City.
Come on!
Drew with Man United.
Come on,
Huddersfield
man.
and Cardiff.
Great save there from Lloris. Southampton showing a bit of heart here still. Smithy, despite
Another good save from Lloris.
Charlie Austin. Maybe on another day they could have had a couple of goals here. That's one on the crossbar.
Yeah,
Great
Lloris made a
save
double
from
save
Lloris
just
just
earlier
there.
as well.
The double save that I missed. Because I chatted to Chiefs, there's no way I'm tuning out of that. So here we go.
Not scored
it's a pretty elementary, but it's smart, isn't it? Smart stop down to his left.
Southampton have had some chances in this game, haven't they, Chris?
They have, and they've not. They're clearly all playing for their positions in front of the new manager because they've not let up whatsoever. The mentality is still positive.
No, that's good. Got the ball. It's got the ball, mate.
Yeah, some big chances. And Lloris, his body language shed a lot.
Come on!
Not
Come on!
Spurs 3-0.
Come on!
United on the attack.
Come on, yes, there you go.
Oh! It's still 2-0 in our feature game.
Man on. Come on.
That's not the
What are you doing?
Slowing down.
What are we
Who'd your ideal
waiting
centre forward be, Chiefs?
for?
Oh, I thought it was going over.
Yeah, so did I. He's going with him, man.
Newcastle,
Diego Costa, back when he was... I don't want to be one of those whiny old fans, but when he left, I was absolutely distraught.
You still are, mate.
There was a question I saw earlier asking who would you prefer, a world-class centre-back or a world-class striker? I think I know you.
Oh, what a save!
David De Gea.
What a save!
Good save, tips it round for a corner, making up for his early error.
You slapped that post.
It's a Aubameyang, and it's a shot on target from Aubameyang that doesn't go into the back of the net.
Yeah,
That breaks that record. It's a good save from De Gea. Tips it round for a corner. Sorry, Pete, back to you.
So, yeah, I think I know your answer will be a world-class striker. That you would prefer over signing a world-class centre-back.
For Chelsea?
Yeah.
Oh,
but who would that world-class striker be?
Centre forward, 100%.
Who would it be?
Lingard off.
Who's coming for?
It's a great question.
Pogba must be.
Would you fancy... Would you shell out £110 million for Mauro Icardi? Do you know much about him at Inter Milan?
Yeah.
Substitution in the feature game. Pogba coming on.
Yeah.
Is it
Jesse Lingard. Pogba on for Lingard.
Attack the ball, Arsenal. Come on. Decent ball. Be the first defender here, Mkhitaryan.
I think it might have been on your site, actually, yesterday, with the stats with Ronaldo and Icardi.
Yeah, he's got exactly the same ratio as R9 as at Inter Milan. It's
So I
brilliant.
know a lot about him, yeah.
Mate.
Got good sources, anyway.
Pogba to get the winner.
But no, I mean, yeah, of course I'd shell out 110 for him.
There's not that... Oh, what a save I'm hearing in the Liverpool game. Burnley on the attack, looking to draw them level here. Turf Moor still scrapping away like they do. And that's generous. Oh, well, they're not showing a replay of the save. It's just, you know, hanging me out to dry here. But there's a bit of a shortage of available world-class number 9s. Oh, Liverpool have won it. They've gone up the other end. Xherdan Shaqiri, the tree stump, the man himself. He has secured
Game
all
over
the
in that
points for Liverpool. They've come from behind against Burnley, and you know the result is going to suggest this was a walk in a park, but it's been hard work. Liverpool have had to earn their victory, and this is case in point in here. Alisson makes a great save. Debatably, the ball goes off, and they go straight up the end and score to round matters off. So Alisson spreads that out down the right-hand side, and it's a little dink ball for Mo Salah.
That's a great goal for Liverpool.
And that is
unbelievable.
That is counter-attack 101, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who chips that forward? Is that Sturridge to Salah?
Lovely pass.
Because if so, the front three combining expertly.
Yeah, Sturridge that was.
It was Sturridge,
Yeah.
so front three combining expertly, but it just shows you, I mean... Central to their comeback has been Firmino, has been Salah, so...
That's why
Can they rest these guys?
That's why I was confused when he didn't start them.
I think they can maybe rotate Sturridge in, a Shaqiri in every now and then, but...
Yeah.
That is a save.
I'm not sure, was it a save or did it just hit the post? But a lot of men in the box there.
Substitution at Wembley. Dele Alli is on for Christian Eriksen. Pochettino have been rotating the three that playing behind Kane a lot this season. Dele Alli played a lot of matches, so he started on the bench. He's just come on. For Christian Eriksen, full time at Craven Cottage. Our first match has ended. It ends Fulham 1, Leicester City 1. Kamara gave Fulham the lead after 42 minutes, and James Maddison, man on form, scored at the weekend. As we know, great goal he scored on the weekend. He scored again after 74 minutes. Point each at Craven Cottage, so not what Fulham wanted. They badly need points. It ends Fulham 1, Leicester City 1. Our first match that has finished this evening. Those are the scenes.
I don't think there was really going to be a winner in that game either at Craven Cottage. Both teams, I mean, after Leicester had scored, went a little bit more conservative. James Maddison got the best player on the pitch in the last 20, but kind of petered out that one. Unlike Southampton and Tottenham, I mean, the results are foregone conclusion, but been entertaining the last 10-15 there. Southampton started to build it up well. Still look quite fresh.
Is the scoreline flattering Spurs a bit, Hamill?
I mean, I can't really remember McCarthy making many saves in this game as opposed to Hugo Lloris. Everton will be looking to see Newcastle off.
It's not
what, in the final 10-15 here?
Go on.
Who's coming off, Sal?
Well done, Pierre.
Armstrong's coming off. Yeah, so exciting finish to these 3 games, actually, and they're very attritional for a while, so...
Yeah, goals galore. We will update the accumulator as well, let you know how our accumulator is getting on.
I've balls that right up.
Yes, we have, actually, yeah. Let's Chelsea scored 2
we've
goals.
only won it once, so I went...
Injury in the feature game. Cheeky sport, Dave, what happened here?
Matic, bit of a bloody nose. Doing warrior business.
Well in, Lacazette.
Lacazette. Into Matic.
Dave giving it big licks. Well,
is that elbow to the shoulder?
Nah.
I mean, it was, but...
Elbow to the face. He's a mark man now. Fellaini will get him back. Lacazette's a mark man.
Full time at Molineux. It's a big win for Wolverhampton Wanderers Tubes. Ruben Loftus-Cheek gave Chelsea the lead after 18 minutes. Raul Jimenez on 59. Diego Yotto having a miserable run of form for Wolves. It doesn't matter who scored the winner after 63rd minute. Wolves 2, Chelsea 1. All 3 points for Wolves. Nothing kaput, 0, zilch. 0 for Chelsea, Tubes. Thoughts, please?
Any more zeros you want to look at?
Tubes, if I was closer, I'd hold you, mate.
We've chucked it away. We've chucked it away. We should have wrapped it up in the first half. Wolves were brilliant second half. They properly closed us down, and they put 2 goals in within 4 minutes. Shocking defending for the second goal.
Yeah.
Speak, man!
We need a centre forward.
Just from what I caught, it looked like a lot of Wolves' play was coming down the right-hand side. Do you think they were targeting Alonso a little bit? Is he defensively suspect in your eyes, or are you pro Alonso?
I rate Alonso.
We'll have that. Come on in.
I think his strength is going forward.
Yeah,
not defending, but I rate him.
Fellaini!
I just think if you don't put your chance away, you're not going to win football matches. It's a bit of a cliche, but it's a fact. Do you know what I mean?
Now they're on the counter attack. Yeah, there you go, Eric Bailly.
Full-time whistle has gone at Turf Moor as well. Just joking. I'm so excited. These are the scenes at Turf Moor. Sean Dyche and Jurgen Klopp having quite strong words at full-time. Sean Dyche doesn't look particularly happy. We don't know what's going on there, but Jurgen Klopp and Sean Dyche having words. Sean Dyche does not look happy. Burnley took the lead, of course. Jack Cork after 54 minutes. James Milner scored at 62 minutes. James Milner continues that run. Whenever James Milner scores, he is never on the losing side. That is a Premier League record. Roberto Firmino after 69 minutes and Xherdan Shaqiri, 91st minute. There is Roberto Firmino, one of the goal scorers. Liverpool come from behind to pile the pressure still on Man City. They are still in the title race. And there is James Milner just hugging Aaron Lennon. And Sean Dyche still not happy. He's marching off, storming off. Had more words with Jurgen Klopp there. Really not happy at all. Big game for Burnley. They're still in the bottom 3. They needed points there. They haven't got them. Liverpool keep the pressure up to Man City.
There you go.
That's not
you didn't even see it, ref. Ref didn't even see it, mate. What are you doing?
That's not a foul.
That's not a foul, man.
Book him, ref.
Come on, ref. You didn't even... Come on, ref.
Full time at Goodison Park. All the final whistles are going. It's ended. Everton 1. Newcastle United 1.
Look at that. You didn't even see it. Look,
He's on the seat.
He didn't even see it. The ref didn't even see it. That's what he said.
All right, Jose, calm down.
Goodison Park.
What's he done?
Yeah, I like his dressing full black.
Equalised after Salomon Rondon gave them the lead. So it finishes Everton 1, Newcastle 1. Those are the scenes there. Points are shared. Everton had a very good home record going into this. Newcastle needing the points. It's finished 1-1. Rondon and Richarlison with the goals.
How long we got left in the game?
How long is left in this game, Smith?
So all our 7:45s are over. There's 2 8 o'clocks that are still going on. It is Tottenham 3, Southampton 0 at Wembley. In the 82nd minute at Wembley, Tottenham versus Southampton. It's in the 83rd minute, I believe, at Old Trafford, and it is Man United 2, Arsenal 2. So let's go to Cheeky Sport Dave. Dave, you look very nervous.
Mate, I'm very nervous.
How have the last 2 minutes been?
Listen, they've been all right, but listen. Marouane Fellaini, some brilliant play. Just what I'm saying, body checking the ball there. And the ref who didn't see it, blew it and gave a free kick Arsenal's way, mate. I was baffled. I was completely baffled. Mourinho was incensed and kicked the ball.
Dave Jackson, thoughts on Arsenal?
Thoughts on Arsenal?
5 minutes.
They're playing a lot better than what they were. They're actually, as soon as Lacazette and Aubameyang have come on, they've got such a good kind of partnership that they've got going on, and they look a bit more fluid now, which is good. But they also look a bit more dangerous on the back. So I think there's probably going to be a winner.
And you were smiling, Dave. The other Dave, Mourinho high-fiving a kid in the crowd.
Absolutely. I thought he was going to go and rub the wall that he kicked, but he went to
He's been very animated, Jose Mourinho, this game, hasn't he?
He has been. I like an animated Jose, to be honest.
I think if any of our watchers now, because we've got quite a lot of people tuning in for the last 10 minutes of the United game, can predict the next goal scorer, Smithy will buy you a Manchester United shirt out of his own back pocket. He'll take a photo and he'll deliver it to you personally. All right?
Okay, I wasn't aware of that, but fair enough. On that note, let's go to social media corner. Let's go to social media corner, Pete. A lot of people joining us now for the stream, apparently. What are people saying? Man United fans, Arsenal fans, it's 2-2. What are people saying on the stream?
There's not so much as questions going as people just digging each other out.
Go on, keep going. Let us know what they're saying.
Clem Fandango has said, won't be letting Arsenal walk my dogs. They can't hold the lead.
Bars! Bars!
Keep going. That's a great reaction. What else are people saying?
Nathan Blower said, is Chibs in the library?
Chibs is fuming.
Oh no, they're
actually digging Tubes out. He's just absorbing that loss.
A lot of people thinking Fellaini will get a winner, and also Aubameyang / Lacazette.
Oh, you got a few shirts to buy then if Fellaini scores.
Come on.
Interesting. Not many people going for Lukaku as the winner.
No.
I mean, you're not either, Dave.
No, listen. Well, to be honest, you can, but it's not likely. Man United's play has been less fluid since he's been on. We haven't been able to look. We're just kicking the ball around our own half there. Look, but since Martial came off. We haven't been able to hold the ball. Yeah, we haven't been able to...
Do you actually know when the last time Lukaku scored at home was?
No.
31st of March.
How many in
31st of March last time he scored at Old Trafford.
Come on!
I thought he spilled that.
That's exactly the sort of goal that we win this game as well. Wow. How many enforced changes have you had to make? 2? For injury?
Ramsey come off injured. The first fella who come off, Rob Holding come off.
I swear.
So it's a point away from home when you've had to make 2 substitutions down to injury. It's not bad going at all.
Yeah, United have about 3 defenders in their squad.
Yeah, but they've also spent $1 billion in the last 10 years.
Oh, okay.
They're all injured.
Tell you what, this
throw money on the
Liverpool, Man City are just pulling away, aren't they?
They are.
They are. Not even Christmas.
Interestingly, a big price boost in Sky Bet. You can get 7-1 price boost on Arsenal to win 3-2 in this game.
7-1.
7-1.
That's Smith, put like
You've got 10 minutes left of that game. 85th minute now, plus injury time. 7-1 price boost. Must be 18 plus.
You got an account on that computer? You got an account on that computer?
You want to put it on?
Stick a 20 on.
Put it on your phone, yeah.
Do it on your phone. Do you reckon Pep? I'd like to think Pep somewhere just in Manchester just turned all these games off at half time. Just cracked open a bottle of 20-year-old red and just thought, God, this
Liverpool is still all straight already.
Yeah, I think it is. Liverpool, Man City just pulling apart. Arsenal.
Take your time.
Win it.
Nice!
Great substitute.
Nice defending.
Ollie Skip has just come on for Spurs to make his Premier League debut.
No one cares about Spurs.
Remember the name, Ollie Skip. He played in the Carabao Cup against West Ham, played very well. His Premier League debut today, he has just come on.
I think that's what people have tuned in for.
Against Southampton at Wembley. It's still 2-2 in our feature game.
Come on, Gwen.
Chance for Arsenal.
Ref! That was a she's off. Who's off?
Zidane on Guendouzi.
Oh, come on.
Hey, what an anti-footballer this guy is. He does my tree and everything I watch it.
Do you remember when Ian Wright did that to Reggie Blinker?
Yes,
We had
To be fair, he does have a lot of hair.
Yeah, to be honest with you, he was just trying to run. He was just trying to run. Just grabbed it back.
Chance for Arsenal, free kick. We're approaching the 87th minute. Get your questions into the screen. We'll go to Pete Dorman very shortly.
Fantastic!
Loads of people joining the screen. Stay with us. There's only 2 games left. Spurs and Southampton. Our feature game is Man United Arsenal, which we're going to stick with. Pete Dorman, what are people saying on social media?
I haven't had a chance to look.
What
since the last time.
A
lot of people digging out tubes saying you've had the batteries taken on you.
Reverse
again?
A lot of people are saying you've had your batteries taken.
Well, I was absolutely fuming, and then we got beaten. So, no, they're recharging now.
Bloody leave the guy alone.
Billy Thompson.
What are you doing? Well,
Billy Thompson has asked, would Wenger would be losing this game if he was still in charge?
What? What? Can people just move on from Wenger? That's 7 minutes.
Wenger out.
Yeah. get over it. Who submitted that? You're living in the past, mate. Come
Billy
on.
Thompson.
Get with us, last 5.
I love the fact you name-checked him as well. Billy Thompson. Any more questions or thoughts? Anyone predicting? Should we ask people to predict a winning goal scorer at Old Trafford? Man United 2, Arsenal 2. Get your predictions in. If something tells me there's going to be a big goal in this game. It's so open. It's end-to-end. Pete, anyone predicts any goal scorers or
leaving it in on Gendouzi? Play on.
It's just a battle.
They've played on as well. Class.
Oh. Go on, Pete, sorry.
It's just a battle between 3-2 United and 3-2 Arsenal. Everyone's going for Aubameyang on the Arsenal side.
Everyone's going for Aubameyang.
It's quite split on the United side. Fellaini's getting a fair share, but Lukaku's not getting a few.
Yeah, Aubameyang, top goal scorer in the Premier League, 10 goals this season. Harry Kane up to 9 now with his goal tonight.
If Man United get a goal now, they get to run a play because right now it's...
That was all Arsenal, is it?
It's all Arsenal right now. It's absolutely all Arsenal.
OK, guys, would you take a point now, Dave?
I would not take a point at any
stage. Not take a point?
What? I wouldn't take a point at any stage.
Oh, my God.
Disallowed goal.
What's happened here? The ball's in the back of the net at Old Trafford. Lacazette's in the back of the net.
Of course it's disallowed, mate. Lacazette, what are you doing, mate?
Has it been disallowed?
Yeah, give me a yellow card, mate.
He's got it in one hand. He's got it in one hand.
What's wrong with that?
Has the ball in one hand.
What's wrong with that?
Lacazette's headed out in the back of the net. It's not counted. It's still 2-2.
What is wrong? No, if it's 2 hands, I get it. Yeah, that was 1 hand.
But he's holding it up at the kicking.
No, but he's about to kick it. It's deemed dangerous play when they're in the motion of kicking it. When he's
Let us know what you think in the comments about that big moment.
Nah, that's mad. That's got to stand for me.
David Dea's got the ball in one hand. Lacazette's headed it out and put it in the back of the net. The ref is giving free kick to Man United.
I think he's got away with it.
Yeah, I think he's got away with that as well.
Is that a goal? Is that a
one hand lazing it down to his side? Like,
I think he's got away with that.
So, like, if there's VAR, I reckon that's
forget Southampton.
I don't know.
Southampton had some chances. It's still Spurs 3-0. I think it's still 3-0.
Still means...
There might be some Southampton fans on the stream. Hit the crossbar. Tottenham going up the other end. And I'm
bar the post,
back to
and made a double save as well. Still playing at Wembley. Tottenham 3.
Come on, man.
Take your time.
Stop it.
Close him.
Oh, God, Bellerin's foul ball.
Got so much space.
No, stop it.
What is that?
Clearance. Oh, no, don't do it.
Oh, Mickey!
No! Yes!
What's going on?
We're not! Offside! Come on! Offside!
Go!
Yes!
Scored at Old Trafford. It's been disallowed. They've had the ball in the back of the net twice.
What's going on?
Disallowed. Another chance for Arsenal. What is going on?
Happening.
Southampton have scored. All right, come on. Let's see the United game.
Scored. It is Tottenham 3, Southampton 1.
Why was that?
Scored.
He's off.
He's off.
How?
Finish. How? Great work, Lionel.
United been
Great work, Lionel.
Just to confirm,
Lionel
scored twice in the last 2 minutes. Both have been disallowed.
Great work, Lionel. Fantastic.
Quite rightly so. The second one is been
Come
the first one should have been.
How much Southampton
have just scored against Spurs. Full time at Wembley is Tottenham 3, Southampton 1.
How much time?
Big game for Spurs, but Southampton getting the consolation goal.
How many minutes?
We're into the dying minutes at Old Trafford. These are the scenes at Wembley. Spurs 3, Southampton 1. Goals from Lucas Moore, Heung-min Son. Charlie Austin finally gets a goal for Southampton. Although he'll argue that he did score earlier on the season, wrongly disallowed by VAR. He finishes back to United.
Come on, Lukaku.
You there?
Yes, Lukaku.
Steam
it's all going on our feature game. Get your questions answered right now.
Another draw again.
Questions lined up, because I'm going to go to you very shortly once the whistle goes. I know United fans.
Come on, Arsenal. One more chance.
91st minute in Old Trafford. We are in.
Oh, no, we still got time. Does anyone know how much time we got left?
And this game is so open.
Does anyone know?
We're into
I really want
91st
Arsenal
minute
to win
and
this.
42 seconds gone. It's at the bottom of your screen now.
Arsenal to win this.
How long left? Does anyone know how much minutes we've added on?
Not enough. This has been a great...
This has been a brilliant game of football.
Premier League's the best league in the world.
Correct.
Tell them again. No?
Kill him.
I still don't know why Lacazette wasn't that thing. Why was that?
A lot of people in the comments saying that Arsenal got robbed there.
There's some big moments. We think the second this goal is right, he looked clearly offside.
But look how much control Arsenal have last 10.
That's what I'm saying.
They're in the ascendancy. United
are all Arsenal, and they've got a big chance here.
United look right like the away team.
That's a good ball.
Guendouzi's going to be a baller, man. He's such a good player.
Also, I don't know if they're going to go for
the ball, isn't he? Guendouzi's getting lost the ball as well.
This is so...
It's all Arsenal in possession.
That's it, surely.
My days.
I've got a headache. My head is
apparently there's absolutely loads of you joining our stream, so stay with us because we'll be taking your questions as soon as this full-time whistles goes. We'll be updating all of the other Premier League results as well. So get your questions to us. Let us know if you think there's going to be a winner in this game as well. 93rd minute. There are 4 minutes of injury time.
Sweet.
We're approaching the 93rd minute. We're taking your questions soon.
Eric,
there are over 5,000 people watching currently.
I can't believe you were robbed of that moment together, Jacko.
Mate,
come on. Eric,
come on, let us know if you think Arsenal have been robbed of a winning goal as well. Twice.
Eric, what
the ball's in the back of the net. Man United players are down with cramp, and David De Gea
Why is a professional footballer getting cramp?
In cramp time, yeah.
Dorman, tell him, mate. Tell him, Dorman.
It's not cramp time. Come on. It's not cramp.
It's not cramp.
It's not cramp.
I mean, you could do with it.
Give us some more analogies, Dave. Come on.
Listen, I'm just saying, listen.
I got,
what
in our last game against
seconds
Arsenal Fan TV, I got described as a wee sack of lactic acid because I'm always getting cramp.
You got cramp after 25 minutes.
Yeah, and I saw out the night like an absolute trooper. I mean, my heat map was just, pretty smooth.
Come on,
Man United trying to get possession. They just lumped it down the end. Arsenal win the ball back again.
There you go.
Go on. Recently.
There you go. Spread it.
This is the game United will
Come on.
Absolutely not.
This is a big last minute of the game in our feature game.
Diego Dalot.
United have the ball forward.
It's a head injury, ref. Well done, ref. What?
No, it's not. The full time is still going.
Ref, man.
The match is still going. That isn't the whistle. Liechtenstein is down with a head injury, so the ref is blowing the whistle.
Oh, there's nothing in that.
And that's the experience you get with Liechtenstein. Game management.
And Mourinho's paced up and down the touchline. We are still in play. 94 minutes, 4 minutes of injury time. But the game is still going on. The ref just pausing the game because his head injury, quite rightly so.
Can you find out what's going on at Lacazette, the goal? Why was it? What's happening, Smith?
Nobody knows it.
What's going on, Smith?
Are you all right, Dave?
No. Fuming. But he jumped on the table. It was broken.
We will clip that up. When we do the best bits, just confirm that Dave jumping on the table when Arsenal scored a disallowed goal, that is definitely there. Good. So that's definitely there, Dave. No doubt, though, if Arsenal do score in our day, we're going to see the best of Dave Jackson.
It's done. And to be honest, I'm quite happy with the point.
Game's done.
It's not officially done.
It's not.
It's still going on. Unai Emery, look at Unai Emery's face.
I know.
What a game we've won. It's goals galore in every game tonight.
The fact you feel a little bit hard done by not winning this game is progress, isn't it? It's all going in the right direction.
In a short space of time, to be fair.
Like people saying, is Unai Emery being too ambitious trying to enforce this game plan so early in his Arsenal career? Should he be more pragmatic? Well, they look like they've got a clearer idea of what to do than United already at this point.
Is ref blowing us?
We are still playing. There's been 2 injuries in injury time. It's worth
Get it up!
4 minutes was signalled by the ref. We're into the 95th minute and 31 seconds. Still going.
United have adopted the Watford 4-2-2-2, haven't they?
I think they're still going to see a good another minute.
Come on, shoulder.
Ref's not giving it.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Long ball.
Away from Man United.
Come on, we've got time. Throw it, quick.
Throw it
anywhere. What are you doing?
Look at this.
You throw it.
Throw
the ball.
Oh, God. I've got a migraine coming on.
It's going to blow.
It's blown. There is the full-time whistle. These are the scenes at Old Trafford. Unai Emery. We're not going to say the scenes. We're going to get the reaction on the sofa because these scenes are more interesting. Look at you two,
mate.
Absolutely.
You know what? For the neutral, brilliant game.
Marathon.
For the neutral, brilliant game. Brilliant game.
2-2. Cheeky Sport, Dave. Man United 2, Arsenal 2. Sum up your emotions, please.
Mate, it's a roller coaster. It's been an absolute roller coaster of emotions.
Full of ups and downs.
Ups and downs. You know what I mean? Lefts and rights. You know what I mean?
Lefts and rights.
Yeah, it's been beautiful. It's been a beautiful game. Manchester United. I think we deserve to win that game. Besides
to win, not to win.
No, I'm talking about besides obviously the head shot, but besides that Lacazette moment there, we've been the better side that game.
So I feel like the last 20, you guys did nothing.
Yeah. Well, that's because my man got injured.
Agreed.
Yeah. Changed the game.
Yeah, it looked like that way as soon as he went off.
Changed the game. As soon as Martial went off, the game was changed.
United's impetus just dropped.
Yeah, just dropped.
The game, they just started playing long balls. Just trying to play long ball.
Yeah. We couldn't connect.
That's the thing. Like Fellaini, he does a job. You know, he has scored those goals, but as soon as he comes on, United just start playing.
But that was before. That was actually before Fellaini came on. That was when
big moment at the end of the game as well.
Yeah.
2 goals Arsenal disallowed in the last 5 minutes. One quite rightly so for offside. The other one a bit contentious. Pete, let's go to you now. There's a lot of people watching the stream. What are people saying? Are there Arsenal fans on there? What are they saying about those disallowed goals?
Well, a lot of people are saying that Arsenal got robbed there. And MexG has said, shame on Arsenal, couldn't beat a team fighting for survival in the Premier League. And then they went on to ask, were Arsenal robbed, yes or no?
Well,
it looked that way.
Because it was one hand. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't like he was about to kick either. It was just.
I guess we're probably gonna get a full, like, word by word breakdown of the
law.
The law. But to what we know in layman's terms is that if you've got both hands on the ball, then
you're not allowed to touch it.
I don't know what you guys think, but I think football would be a lot better if sometimes the referee got made to come out
after the game.
Oh, I'd love that. I'd love that.
And just defend their decisions.
Yeah,
he needs to get interviewed as well.
He's made it.
Yeah.
I think it would be good television.
Because we all want to know what's happened, don't we? We were sitting there.
I also think at the same time you would get that like middle of the road answer, being like, at the time when I saw it from my perspective, it was a foul. Or
I like to get it was a decision.
It's true. You get that.
You get that every single time.
I mean, it's true.
I think they should trial it. Referees post-match interviews.
Be good, wouldn't it?
I think it'd be class.
I think a lot of people would agree with that. We can have a look at some match facts as well. These are the match facts from the game. We all know the important one. Man United 2, Arsenal 2, 3 cards each. 10 attempts each, 7 on target. Man United 5 for Arsenal. Cheeky Sport Dave, you thought Man United were the better team.
Yep.
They've had more shots on target, 4 corners each. Arsenal's shade possession though, 55% to 45%. So not a lot in the game. Quite evenly
spread. Quite evenly spread. To be honest with you, like I said, like, a lot of people had full belief that Arsenal would absolutely steamroll Manchester United during this game. I just knew that probably wouldn't be the case because Manchester United always rise to the occasion when they play Arsenal. And Arsenal haven't won at Manchester United at home for donkey's years. You know what I mean? What is it, 12 years since you won at home in the Premier League? Won at Old Trafford in the Premier League? Mate,
crazy.
OT. There's never much love when you come OT.
There's not a lot of love.
Yeah. That's a little line from Drake there, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't know.
We can have a look at the Premier League table, which has changed quite a bit.
I'm not looking forward to seeing this.
Following on. In fact, before we do that, I think we need to look at the accumulator because we've not had a great day for the football social accumulator. Chris
got to roll with the punches, didn't you?
Chris Hammer was quite right. It was Burnley 1, Liverpool 3. So that one went to plan Jack Cork. James Milner, Roberto Firmino and Jedran Shaqiri with the goals there. Dave went for a home win, Everton versus Newcastle. That was 1-1. Richarlison and Salomon Rondon with the goals there. Pete went for a home win. Again, another one that was wrong. Fulham versus Leicester. That ended a draw. Kamara and James Maddison. Cheeky Sport Dave went for Man United win, but that, as we all know, in our feature game ended 2-2. Martial and Lingard for Man United. Mustafi and Lacazette for Arsenal. I said Spurs would win comfortably. They did win comfortably. Spurs 3, Southampton 1. Goal scorers Harry Kane, Lucas Moura, Heung-min Son with Charlie Austin with a 93rd minute consolation. Although Southampton had a lot of chances in that game, it's worth pointing out. Tubes went for a Chelsea win. He was wrong. It was a Wolves win. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Raul Jimenez and Diego Yotzo. The odds were 33-1. It didn't come in. We got that badly wrong. So let's have a look at the Premier League table.
Oh, God.
Man City stay top. Liverpool pile the pressure on Man City, 2 points behind. Spurs go from 5th to 3rd with that win. 33 points, Spurs in 3rd. 31 Chelsea. Arsenal down to 5th. 31 from 15th. Dave, surely that is as good as it's going to get for Arsenal this season, is it not?
What a bit. Was that
Take 5th place, down into 5th.
Cheeky.
Followed on from that.
We have to beat Man City on Saturday now. We have to beat Man City. 10 points.
So is your aspirations to win the title? Would you not just take getting back into Europe? You want to still go for this season?
You think
there's an outside opportunity?
Chelsea should always be going for
Tubes, you think don't beat Man City?
I like your ambition, Tubes.
Chelsea don't beat Man City, they're out of the title race for you.
For 13 points, it's hard, isn't it? I can't see Man City losing 4 games.
Before Christmas, they've already got a 10-point
lead.
Got to be cheeky to put Dave there, because we've mentioned the top 5. We haven't even touched upon Man United in 8th, 23 from 15. -1 goal difference soon. 41 points, Man City.
8th, 6th. I mean, I'd rather say joint 6th, to be honest with you. If you look at 23 points, 23, 23, 23. Let's do the math. Do you know what I mean? It's just look.
Yeah, I mean, worst goal difference.
Yeah. Just don't worry about that.
Love that glass half for that.
You're saying it's optimism. You know what I mean? Breathe it in. Smells good.
So I like the optimism. You're very optimistic still.
Yeah, listen. It's not over till the fat lady sings, and the fat lady ain't saying nothing right now. So we've got another, you know what I mean, 20-something games.
Yeah. Still a lot of football's playing. Right, let's have a quick look at the bottom half of the table. Here it is. Fulham stay bottom. Still a lot of work for Cladder and Yost to do. 9 points from 15. Burnley with the same points. And Southampton all on 9. Goal difference just separates them. So they make up the bottom 3.
Ranieri will get Fulham out of that.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah,
tall order.
Yeah, they look good at Chelsea on Saturday. I know they lost 2-0, but
it's tight. That's what I'm saying. Because it's so tight down there. There's no major gaps.
Yeah.
They can get out.
It's going to make them much harder to break down, isn't it? We're going to be much more conservative, and there's enough talent there to survive. But I mean,
absolutely.
Cardiff are picking up points now.
Yeah, they are. Cardiff are picking up points. Played well against Wolves as well. Friday night football, 2-1 win.
I think gravity's just going to pull them in.
Do you think?
Yeah, and just dump it.
Sound effects. Do the sound effects.
Pete, let's go to you. Let's go to social media. A lot of people watching. What are people saying on stream? Any questions?
Yeah, there's a couple here. A lot of people are just arguing about the goal, and there are a couple of questions about VAR and would it have cleared up that goal?
Oh, good question.
Yes, it would.
No, but the referee still has to make the decision. The referee still makes the call. VAR doesn't make the call. So if the ref has seen
in that scenario, would he given the...
I suppose then he would stop playing, go back and look at it.
Yeah, and then go on. So he has got the ball in one hand.
So you're saying Chips might not have seen what happened. That's why he's not giving it.
Well, yeah, maybe he hasn't seen it. Maybe he's just turned around and seen a commotion. You'd like to think his assistants would say this is what happened. But, VAR would have sorted that right out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't his assistants who have been watching seen that?
You don't know. You'd like to think so. You'd like to think
the referee
was
with VAR, Dave, that might not have been given?
No, I think if he's... Well, it depends on if he's seen it. I think if he's seen it...
But he's get a chance to go and watch it then, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I'm saying if he's already seen it, it depends on if he's seen it or not.
Yeah.
If he's already cleanly seen it and he's made the decision, I don't think VAR shouldn't really change his decision because he made the decision seeing it. Right. But if he hasn't seen it, you know what I mean, and he's just made an assumption based on...
That's problematic because there's no break in play. Back to it if it... I
think all
maybe someone in his ear says worth revisiting.
Yeah, but at the same time, I also think the time frame would be beneficial in that he has more time.
I've seen it!
Because
you're so right.
When it first happened, we were all like, yeah, absolutely fine. Yeah. And then after a couple of seconds of thinking through, you were like, actually...
That's a really good point, actually. It goes to the jobs of the referee is hard because the amount of times you see something camera one, you go, penalty or not penalty. How many times do we sit here and you see the replay and you go, oh, actually... I've changed my mind. So it goes straight in a game of this magnitude, so late on as well. Interestingly, VAR
and
is
plus we're watching that on the television.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's there, so it's not an easy job.
A lot of people now saying that VAR would have ruled out United's first goal as well.
Would it?
Herrera, his shoulder was offside apparently.
Slightly offside. So it depends how often the refs look. Interestingly, VAR will be coming in for the Champions League and Europa League in the next stages. And of course, the Premier League clubs we recently saw voted in favour of it in principle for it to come in next season. So it's going to affect the game. Are we fans of VAR then?
Yeah, I think so. I think that prior to the World Cup, I wasn't 100% convinced, and then
a lot of people say that.
We're still in action in the World Cup. Yeah, this is definitely.
They did it well in the World Cup, didn't they? They did it well.
The worst thing about the World Cup was 90% or 95% of the decisions were right, and the one that they got wrong, or a lot of people think they got wrong, was the one in the World Cup final. The penalty, which a lot of people think was the wrong decision. But are you guys a fan of VAR, Chris? What do you think?
I think you boys have summed it up pretty well. I wanted to ask Dave about who you'd sign in January if you're Jose Mourinho to help turn around your season. And maybe we can get the fan suggestions as well in the comments because you've obviously got money to spend. You've identified a few problematic areas. Who would you bring in? Who gets you out of eighth place?
I just don't like January signings, to be honest with you. I think they're highly inflated. I think it takes a while for them to get embedded into the team. I just don't think it's gonna put I don't think it's even gonna patch up the situation.
So you're going to accept a bit of a mediocre season and then move on from Jose clean cut at the end of the third year?
I just think you've got to go strong at the start of the transfer window, get whoever you're going to get fully embedded into the side. All of this hapdash. Look, you're ready. If you buy somebody in January,
Van Dijk, for example, was bought in.
Yeah, but they weren't under pressure. But they weren't immediately under. They weren't under pressure at the time. You buy a player when the club is already under pressure. They're immediately
in the spotlight.
Swallowing that spotlight as well, which means they're not going to be able to perform at the stage. And that might be something that hampered Alexis Sanchez as well, to be honest with you.
Do you think Jose can change it around with the current playing personnel then?
He's going to have to, innit? That's his job. He's going to have to try to. But I don't know if he's 100% going to be able to. But that's what if I was in the board's position, I have to say, listen, we're going to have to run.
So that's what you want. But what do you think will happen to Man United? Do you think? Because I think they're going
to give him some cash. But I don't think it's going to make a massive difference in that, to be honest with you. What,
I don't know you say that. Look what Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, but the difference, that's what I'm saying. But Liverpool at that stage, they were not under the immense amount of pressure that Manchester United were under.
They only secured it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and they were leaking goals like Man United are. They brought in Virgil van Dijk, and he's coming.
However, they were
sharp.
But the reality is, that's what people saw. That's what they needed. All they needed was, all Liverpool really need is this one player in this one position. Manchester United, it looks like a complete mess. In everywhere.
But you've got the players.
I know, exactly.
Not at the back, I don't think. I think you need to sign a centre-back like a Virgil van Dijk.
I'd sign Alderweireld in January if he was made available by Spurs.
Yes.
Because he's out. Is he out of contract in the summer?
They still haven't sorted out his contract. But the interesting thing for Alderweireld is there's actually two issues with it. It's one, his contract issue, they haven't agreed on what they want. Yeah. But two, there was rumours that he'd fallen out with Poch. It seems like the second one is no longer an issue. He's playing regularly. Poch and Alderweireld are getting on fine. The contract hasn't been resolved yet, so it's. I'd be amazed if he left in January.
Does he also not
the summer he could leave in the.
Does he also not have a really low buyout clause as well?
Say that again?
Does he not have a really low buyout clause as well, like 25 mil?
That's the reason why they're looking to re-sign. Because Spurs want to re-sign him because the buyout clause is low, but Toby wants more money because he's worth more than paying him. Which is
I think Daniel will leave you see the virtues of moving him on at 30. Problematic injuries, you can rely on Foyth now. I think Vertonghen's probably the most important defender.
Yeah. That's very true. The one thing is, as well, a lot of people on the outside think Toby Alderweireld is our best centre-back. Jan Vertonghen, without a question of a doubt, has been the best centre-back for Spurs for the last 2 or 3 years.
I know, he was absolutely brilliant on Sunday, wasn't he?
He was voted the fans' player of the season last season. You think of the season that Dele Alli had, Harry Kane had, and the fans' player of the season was won by Jan Vertonghen. He's been so important.
Yeah, that's because Toby weren't playing. You lot pushed him out to the outside. Obviously, he's going to...
No, he did play a lot. He didn't play a lot towards the end of last season, but he was playing at the start quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it could be what you need, like a ball-playing centre-half. You've got physicality and Eric Bailly. But
the issue, like I said, the issue again,
I suppose,
is that we just don't move people on. Like we still have Marcus Rojo.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead weight in that squad.
Do you think it's more important to sell in January then?
We need to move. Some of these guys just need to move. Like that's the reality. Like since Sir Alex Ferguson left, we've just taken forever to get rid of players that aren't up to the standard.
I'll be honest, I think that's something that Arsenal did very well last January. We managed to get players of like Francis Coquelin went out, Theo Walcott, all these kind of players that are just they're just not quite good enough, but they're still on half decent wages as well. Yeah, so you get rid of them.
And there were some tough decisions for Arsenal because Walcott was a long-term player, Wiltshire recently a long-term player, and a lot of they had an emotional attachment to the fans, but they've come in and gone. Well, actually, they're not starting, so they're hard decisions to make.
I think it's more that they're not going to be in my first 11. Yeah. So not being first 11, then they're essentially taking wages that could go to an Aubameyang.
Exactly.
I think the problem with United is that United notoriously overpay players, so that they have these players who are sitting on the bench earning cash, and they're not willing to take a pay cut to go and just go and play for like Everton or somewhere. They're like, you know what, I'm going to stay at my contract because I'm earning 125k a week when Everton offer me 60.
Yeah. I think Man United need a leader.
Yeah,
a leader at the back. I don't see one of those defenders taking control.
No, none of them are authoritative in any way.
Like Vidic.
Missing it since Vidic.
Yeah. I think they need to sign a leader who's going to sort that out.
We saw it at the end there, didn't we? No game management.
This is it.
Just sort of, chasing. Yeah. I mean, pulled out of position there by a well-organised Arsenal at the end, who were on top, and you're very fortunate to get away with it. Yeah, there is no real leadership, no real cohesion at the back, is there? So, I'd definitely sign a centre half.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If Toby's available, I'd take him.
I don't.
But I wouldn't. You don't think anybody's.
To United, no, I don't. If I'm being honest. I think it's.
But I don't know. I would
take Harry Maguire because you're heavily linked with him. And he had
Harry Maguire.
Young as well.
He'd start for Man United, wouldn't he? Clearly start for Man United.
Captain of Man United.
Oh, come on, let's not get too excited. No, he won't.
The thing about
he wouldn't immediately be captain.
Not immediately, within 6 months.
Not 6 months, he wouldn't be captain.
You're not having that, Dave.
I'd take him at Chelsea straight away.
You'd have to pay over the odds for him, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, they'll come like 75 mil.
He wins everything in the air, doesn't he? Harry Maguire wins everything in the air. Surely you pay mad.
That's one of the virtues of having a massive head. If only my body matched, but...
Right, we can get some bit of breathing space now. There's some unbelievable games tonight, loads of goals. So we can have a look at the best bits from today's show. Here it is. It's worth a...
Yay!
Boys, get in there!
No way! Come on!
Someone like Jose Mourinho.
Oh, that's got to be a penalty.
That's got to be a pen.
That's got to be a pen.
Come on! What are you waiting for?
Cool that you think Ramsey's not had his...
Oh, no.
Here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do.
Don't do it!
Yeah! Yeah! Get 10!
Come on! It's Jesse!
We're not!
Offside! Oh my days! Gift! Hey, you would have thought it was Christmas, mate. Come on!
Good little message there.
Mason, yeah, strong, very strong.
You think? I feel like you're both happy with that result. Looking at that, because you went through every emotion you two tonight.
I think the thing is, I'm very disappointed that when you are leading twice, and the fact we couldn't keep either lead for more than 4 minutes, that's extremely disappointing. But if someone would offer midpoint beginning of the game, I would have taken that.
It's another game you haven't won, though, Dave. We're looking at
It's another game. It's another game I haven't won. That's what I'm saying. Listen, it's got to keep coming until we win. That's it. Back in. What's happening next week?
That is such a precious laugh. I love it.
It's the best laugh.
It's the best laugh. I love your laugh, mate.
Thank you.
Pete, do you have any more final questions from people on social?
There's a question here from Gary who's asked if you could swap one United player for an Arsenal player, who would it be? Or vice versa.
Sanchez and Mkhitaryan back.
I mean, it would make absolutely no difference. One player from the other team.
Take
If you could take one player from one team and put them in the other.
To me, I would have David De Gea in a heartbeat, like heartbeat.
I'd take a man,
yeah. De Gea, I mean, yeah. Your keeper's
he's basically your only world-class player left, isn't he, really?
In United's team?
Yeah, United's team. You know, Anthony Martial's got a few little...
Consistently world-class?
Yeah. But for me, David De Gea literally is worth 15 to 20 points, isn't he?
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, I think he's 100% the best.
Wasn't tonight, though, was he?
He was.
He made one mistake.
Yeah.
Like that, before he palmed into his own goal.
Are you doing like this one? The hand?
Huh?
What, the hand?
No, the first goal.
Yeah, was his
He lobbed it into his goal.
So he's made a couple. He's made a couple today, hasn't he? Made a couple blunders.
He's world class, though.
Yeah.
Get Joe Alton. World class, mate. 9 saves a game. He loves it down at Turf Moor. What a revival. What a renaissance.
That's nearly all that we have time for.
What a great show.
Before we do that, let's have a look at what is on Sky. Bournemouth versus Liverpool is a Saturday game at 11:30. That is on Sky Sports Premier League. Super Sunday starts with Newcastle versus Wolves at 3:30 p.m, followed by Everton against Watford. Monday Night Football, 7 p.m, Sky Sports Premier League. And we are back, the Football Social, Saturday 2:45 on Soccer M and Football Daily's YouTube. What a show it's been. Big thanks to everyone. Cheeky Sport Dave, firstly, big thank you, mate. Enjoy it.
Mate, anytime, mate. See you Saturday.
Anytime.
Joking.
Dave, brilliantly animated again.
I feel
enjoy
absolutely exhausted. I feel really tired. But it was fun. It was good.
Tubes, absolutely love having you on as always, mate. Did you enjoy it? Not enjoy watching Chelsea, but enjoy the show.
I love you boys. I don't like Chelsea tonight.
Okay. Pete Dorman, big thanks. Some great comments we had to say.
Yeah, they were absolutely popping off. Over 5,000 viewers at one point as well.
Cool. We'll see you again on Saturday. And Chris Hamill, 4 games. You saw a lot of goals. I know you didn't get to watch the feature game, but you got a lot of goals in.
Yeah, pretty rattled about that, to be honest. Pretty annoyed. Got the last 10 of the United game, though, so everyone goes home. Happy days. Everyone's a winner. Football's the winner.
Football is the winner. Big thanks to everyone for joining us. We'll see you on Saturday. Bye-bye.